A Good Karma Brands radio station. Todd.
This isn't Vietnam, it's radio.
Hahn.
I mean, he had a handful of twig and berries.
And Rosenberg.
Everything about it was pure, unadulterated ASS.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Todd, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you darn tootin' you are. It's 3 o'clock here in NYC and in Sunrise, Florida, where Don LaGreca, I hope he'll report back that he dipped those fabulous New Jersey legs into a luxurious pool or some sort of water in Florida today. Did it happen?
It happened.
You got in water?
Yeah, our time of arrival in the pool was a little bit before 10 a.m.
All right.
And I spent a good portion of the morning before the Devils practiced in the pool.
By yourself, or were you with some compadres there?
No, it was all me, baby. All me. And I dragged all the equipment out to the balcony of my beautiful hotel so you can see the Atlantic Ocean in the background. I don't know if you're able to see it at the studios just yet, but that is my shot for the show.
Wow. I can't see it yet. I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting. Right now, they're still on my handsome face.
I think
but
you
it's
can only
coming
see
up.
the ocean when it's a single shot. But
how was the water? Did it feel good? You had some sun?
Is maddening, by the way.
Felt great. Because the way, just the quirk of the schedule, this is our last trip to Florida. We've already been to Tampa already. We've only got the one trip to Sunrise.
Oh, look at them.
We've already got California out of the way. Vegas was taken away from us by, I think, TNT. So this is literally the last warm weather city we're going to be in all season. So I wanted to take advantage.
Wait, so real quick, are you on the balcony right now?
That's right.
And it's working for you.
Balcony. Yeah.
Listen, those
Here,
listening.
you
If
can
you
see, I don't know if you can see the ocean there. It is.
if you
Look at
aren't on YouTube,
that. Look at that.
this is the day to be on YouTube.
That's a nice shot.
This is Sonny
shot's
LaGreca.
Sonny, can I ask you one more inside baseball question, if you will?
Please, yes.
How are you? This is very inside baseball. I apologize. How are you connected at the hotel? Are you on Wi-Fi or do you have like an Ethernet?
No, I'm on the Wi-Fi, the old Cradle box.
So you have the Cradle Point outside with you, connected
Point,
to
yes,
the thing.
I have the Cradle Point.
But you have the power plugged in somewhere?
Luckily, the outlets are close enough to the balcony where I was able to stretch it all. I had to move the table. It's a little awkward if you walked into the room where like the table is right in the doorway of the balcony, but I'm not missing out.
I love what you're doing.
Take advantage.
Very happy.
Very smart. Very smart. I think during the break, you should go down to the pool.
Hit another.
There's an outlet down there.
Hit another lap, too.
You know what I mean? There's an outlet
And
down
by the way, I think you should light up a stove during the show.
I wouldn't hate that.
Or a bogey.
I wouldn't hate
whatever.
either.
Or a joint. Do whatever you want.
Well, one struggle.
By five.
That I have with this job is that a lot of people on the traveling party for the Devils broadcast, including Ken Danico, partake in cigars.
God bless.
And there was a time in my life where I'd be all in, but I've got a nice streak of 12-plus years without a cigar, and I'm keeping it alive. But I'm telling you, it's calling me. It be calling me.
It be calling you, right?
Yeah. And I dream about cigars like women.
I get it.
That's how I miss it. I miss it.
I know. It's hard, man.
That's two things you miss. That's a shame.
What, the women part too?
What are you saying?
Nothing. I am.
You clearly said something.
Something was said there.
Something was said.
Yeah.
It's something that you've said that I thought that you would pick up on, but you did not. So
it's your tip.
Let's keep it moving.
I'm gonna play dumb for the sake of
all right. Good.
Everything.
Good.
Do it. Meanwhile, it's too early to talk about the NFL draft. I can't stand when we get to this point and we start projecting NFL draft. But because the Jets are where they are and all the picks that they have, I did click on Matt Miller's very too early mock draft of the first round. And I like Matt. It just set me off. It pissed me off. It really bothered me because it's what he suggests the Jets do is what bad franchises do, which first thing that I said was, well, that's dumb because that's what a bad franchise would do. And then I stopped myself and said, oh, okay, it's on brand. So what he's doing is saying, this is what a bad franchise like the Jets would do. So he is, because of now, he's using the standings as they are. Right. So the Jets wouldn't have the first pick. So instead, he says that he is projecting that the Jets move up to number 1 by trading the 2 first-round picks that they have, plus a second-round pick that they have in 2026. So basically, everything he did with Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, put it all on the table, get me to number 1.
Right.
But that's not it, because we all know then it's, all right, now at number 1 you take Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, which is the projected best quarterback in this draft. But he proceeds to say Mendoza might not be the Caleb Williams in his class in terms of top quarterback prospects over the last 5 years. But he's the best in this class. And the Jets, italics, have to take a swing at the position. He said, that's right there. Right there is the problem. You don't have to do that in this draft with these draft picks. You don't have to do that. But what he's suggesting is they have to do it because that's what bad, desperate franchises do that are more worried about perception than they are worried about building a proper team. So even though this is not a great quarterback draft, and even though this quarterback who's the best in this not great quarterback draft is really not that good compared to everybody else in the last 5 years, well, you're up next. You got to take him, which I say is wrong, and they should not do that. Major mistake if they do that. You want to take quarterback later? Fine. To give up everything. So you're telling me Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams were equal to a quarterback that is projected to not be as good as any other quarterbacks taken in the last 5 years. That's what we're doing.
No, that's just stupid.
That's what bad franchises do.
That's what bad franchises
I'm against this 100%.
That was my analogy yesterday is I got to get married. I'm at the bar. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. They've already called last call. Somebody come home with me so we can get married. And why are you doing that? She doesn't look like your type. She doesn't resemble anything that would make for a good wife. Yeah, but you know what? I need a wife, and now's the time. I can't pass up.
Yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, that's what bad franchises do. Now, and this was not the article, but I will say this, that if you read the tea leaves and you see how aggressive they were to get picks, knowing they're probably not going to be bad enough to have the first overall pick, what if Muji loves Mendoza the way Accorsi loved Eli and said, I've got to get this guy. I've got to put myself in a position to get this guy. We're not going to have the first overall pick, but I want to be able to get all of the equity possible to trade there. Then by all means do it. Because if you are sold on him and it's your job, you don't listen to the experts, you don't listen to Mel Kiper, you don't listen to anybody, or Alan Hahn, Don LaGreca. If you're convinced of it, then it is your moral imperative to do whatever you can to get him. But I don't know that to be the case here. It sounds like it's just, hey, we need a quarterback. We're probably not going to get a quarterback in this draft unless we select number 1. So let's take a stab at it. No, there's a saying in pool, and there's also a saying other things. And since you guys have filthy minds, you're probably going to go there.
Go ahead.
Of the poke and hope.
Excuse me.
I don't have a shot. I don't have a shot. So I'm just going to wail on the cue ball. Hopefully it hits something and something goes in. That's not a good pool player. That's a poor pool player that sometimes gets lucky and does land a shot and can find a way to win the game. But is that what you want your general manager doing? Just closing his eyes and throwing at the dartboard and hope he hits bull? Or do you try to do the right thing for what's best for your franchise if it means not selecting a quarterback? And it feels like that would probably be the better thing to do.
I mean, really? I don't know. I thought one of the things that's always made the great teams great, when you look at the Ravens, the Patriots, the Eagles, they're basically just taking a stab in the dark and hoping that it works out.
Absolutely. When they got their quarterbacks, they did a desperate play to get the number 1 pick, and it worked out great, right, for the Ravens, didn't it?
Yeah, literally, right? Ozzie Newsome was famous for he just would throw a dart at the wall, and whatever it hit, that's what he did, and the Ravens became great.
But this is, again, I like Matt. So I think what Matt's doing here is showing you this is what a desperate franchise like the Jets would do. And then he's telling you, the guy's not really that good. Yeah. Not in compare. Like the name he brought up was Caleb Williams. Who, by the way, is he tearing up the league or
he's getting there. He's getting there.
He could still end up being a really good quarterback.
He's all right, right? He's all right.
I think he could be more than that for sure.
Yeah,
but it's
but
not a name that gets you like, oh my God.
Yeah,
he didn't even say Jaden. He could have said Jaden Daniels.
Well,
Would have sounded better.
There's a couple others he could have brought up, but the point I'm making is this is not about Matt Miller and what he did, because that's what he's supposed to do. I'm looking at it from the Jets had better not do this. That Muji, I can't think. There's no way you turn Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner into take a swing at a quarterback that isn't really projected to be as good as the quarterbacks we've seen in the last 5 years come out in the draft. That doesn't make sense. If next year's quarterback draft is better, then to me, you hoard all of your picks and you keep it simple. Then you find another quarterback in the league that you can get. You can use some of this. Look, if one shakes out, that's good, because you never know. Then maybe you can use the picks to get that guy. But to give up all your draft capital that you gave away 2 talented players for a guy that is a shot in the dark, fireable.
But the question is, did the Jets have something or someone in mind when they compiled all of this draft equity? Was it just, hey, we just want to be ready for whatever shakes loose?
Right.
Or did Muji have something in mind?
I don't know.
Is there a quarterback that he thinks he could trade for? Is there a quarterback in this draft or next he feels that he can trade up for? Or was it just, let's just get a bunch of picks and, save it for a rainy day? Well, it's raining, so what are you doing with it? You just taking picks for the sake of taking picks and giving yourself options? Or was there something specific you had in mind? I hope he has something specific in mind. Otherwise, isn't it just poke and hope? Let's just get a bunch of picks and see what happens. Put ourselves in a position, just like all these teams that tank so we can see what happens.
Right.
Or let's free up all this cap space so we can see what happens. But don't the good general managers do it because there's a specific direction they want to go into?
Well, it's called a plan, Don.
So what's the plan?
Most GMs have them.
Do you think Muji has one? He doesn't have to tell us.
I hope so.
But do you think he's got a plan?
I would hope so.
What do you think that plan is?
Well, when you make the dramatic moves that he made at the trade deadline, the way he did it, you do that, I think, like you said, with a plan. Now, you still have the 5th pick right now. Right now, they'd have the 5th pick in the draft. And I know there's some quarterbacks that might not come out in the draft because they might wait a year. Sometimes some of them might need the year. But if you convince them, hey, I give you a guarantee at number 5. You couldn't get Ty Simpson. You couldn't get Dante Moore to say, all right, I'll come out for the 5th pick and do it that way. Because Mike Tannenbaum said something that I always agreed with. He said, I would draft a quarterback every year in the draft. Every year until you find one. Till you get your guy. Because you don't know. You can get him in the first round, the second round, the third round, the fourth round. We have seen in this league all the way to Mr. Irrelevant, a quarterback has become a starter in the NFL. So that's not a terrible thing to do. I'm not saying don't try to get a quarterback, but I'm not giving up draft capital to move up for a guy that is a maybe. You got to go for somebody that you believe is a definite, and that's our answer for the next 10 years. That's what you got to do, and I hope that Darren Muji has that kind of plan in mind.
And let's not forget, because we live in the analytical world, and we live in the world of the old Gil Brandt have – each pick has a numerical value. So if you make a trade, you can figure out whether the trade's going to work or not, theoretically on paper. But ultimately, you want the football mind to say, I want this player and here's why. Not, I want this player because he's a quarterback and I need a quarterback. I want this player because he does this, and this well, and I think this is what we need to do to win a Super Bowl. That's what Ernie Accorsi did with Eli. I know we keep bringing it back, the Jordan Ronan book, and get it. It's spectacular.
Yep.
Where Accorsi said, Jordan puts in the scouting reports in the book of all the things he loved about Eli. So it wasn't, we need a quarterback. Eli Manning, it's Manning is his last name. He'll be marketable in New York. People won't kill me for making this pick. No, he gave you specifics. Arm strength, presence in the pocket, ability to make players around him better. getting up after getting he gave you all the things that said, I think this is a guy that's going to win us a Super Bowl. Is that what's going on? Or it's just, I need quarterback. I draft quarterback. Like, come on, man. I need to know you're a football guy and that you know football players, because ultimately that's what good general managers are.
And you have
too much time in sports. We're looking at the numbers and relying on other people's information. What's your information?
Well, you got to have the stones also to say, that's not my guy. That's not the guy. And I know I have the ability to draft him. I can move up to get. That's not my guy, and that's it. Like the Giants, right? The Giants identified that Jackson Dart was their guy. They moved up to get him. They also identified that there were other quarterbacks that they would love to have had as well, but they couldn't move up to get him.
Right.
But they still identified, no, that's somebody that's worth it, and it has paid off. For the Jets, like moving from the second round back into the first round is one thing. Moving to number one and giving up a boatload of your hard-earned, basically draft money, like doing that, assets you want to call them, like you got to know that's your guy. And you got to have the stones to go, nope, I'm letting it go. No, I'm not drafting him. And have Woody Johnson go, well, wait a minute. The Saints are going to trade up over us, and they're going to get him. Good. I've seen them. That's not worth it for us. We can do better.
Yeah.
You got to have the ability to say that and tell Woody, stand down.
And you're stacking picks.
And
There's
his
another
kids
way to
and whoever else is in the war room during the draft.
There's another way to utilize those picks to get a quarterback without you drafting someone who you're not interested in.
Well, you're drafting someone that then ends up being a mistake because, by the way, we've been there already. That's why Joe Douglas doesn't have a job.
You know what, guys? I want to continue with this, but also FanDuel is the number one sports book for same-game parlays. You know what I mean?
Sure.
From points and rebounds to threes and assists.
Oh, yeah.
FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live. All in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head over to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
What do you think? I got the quarter zip on today because it was referenced yesterday.
I saw that.
What do you think?
I like it.
I saw it in the closet. I'm like, you know what? Because I got a game tonight, and I don't want to wear the suit during the show. And I thought, well, but I don't like sitting in a so I'll throw this thing on. I'll rock this thing.
Now,
right? Whitewater, great brand.
I don't know Whitewater's work. I don't know if I love the different colored zipper.
Interesting.
It matches your shirt, so it does kind of work.
Right.
But I don't know if I like it.
But then you got the dark blue inside.
Yeah.
Right?
But you know what?
I never know what to do with this, though.
Like you can't. No, that's it. You're doing it right.
That's it.
Right.
You can't zip. Try zipping all the way. You'll look nuts.
No, you don't want to do that. You look like a psycho.
Let me see.
No.
Come on.
This is when you become. This is now when you know. You walk into the room and you start inspecting whether or not it's clean.
No. Only outside. Outside you can do that. It's cold. You cover the neck.
Yeah.
But it's not.
You got.
You look uncircumcised that way.
You know what? You're right. That's exactly how I feel.
Although
I felt uncircumcised when I zipped that up.
We were just having a conversation with John Winthrop, our pinhead suit, about
who was also wearing a quarter zip.
He's wearing a quarter zip
with nothing underneath though, which is
that was Wait, was there nothing underneath?
Nothing. I didn't see a shirt. There was no Rothy showing.
Wait, so you think he just had skin?
I think it's skin right on.
He's wearing a shirt.
No, he's got a shirt.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a V-neck.
Yeah.
He's wearing a V-neck so he's what that means is
he wants it to look like he's not wearing a shirt.
Well, no, you're committed to it. There's no taking it off. Like that is the shirt for the day, is the zip. Most people put the zip on over a shirt you could also wear.
But a V-neck so that it shows all your navel.
Here's the worrisome part about it. Is the kids are obsessed now with the quarter zip. It's the thing ever. I'm growing up now. I'm turning in my track jacket or whatever, my Nike Tech, and I'm wearing the quarter zip. That's the thing the kids are saying.
Okay.
And we're talking about whether this works as a style. And John Winthrop goes, I think it works great. I wear it every day. And I looked at Al and I said, isn't that a sign it's a problem?
Yeah.
Because when you think of fashion forward, when you think of pushing the envelope and every day going, I want to look swaggy today. I want everyone to take
like
a look
straight
at
out of a catalog.
Right.
You think John Winthrop?
Well, no, you do think John Winthrop if it's a Land's End catalog in 1990. But if it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he wears a lot
He's got
of
a Patagonia on
Well,
today.
he's wearing Patagonia. He wears a lot of company branded shirts.
Yeah.
A lot of Disney, a
lot
lot of
of
ESPN.
The big Disney guy.
Like what is there a legitimate percentage, John, of could you give a percentage of clothing in your wardrobe that was given to you by a company you work for? Like, does it reach percentage
Like
level?
he's the guy, team issue guy.
Yes.
Everywhere you see him, he's wearing team issue stuff.
Correct.
Never anything else.
And like we all have a few things like that we've been given, but for me, it's not registering a percent of my gear.
No.
It's
And usually it's around the house.
and it's in a box somewhere
Right.
because I feel guilty throwing it away.
Right.
He's wearing it. So,
All right, so-
John, is it a percentage?
So when you say you're talking about the Walt Disney Company, not just ESPN.
Yes.
Correct.
So I have, I think, 45 to 50 Disney T-shirts alone. So many
Separate dresser.
that, not separate dresser,
Closet.
bins in the attic.
Bins in
that I
the
have to,
attic.
whenever I'm going on a Disney trip, I go up to the attic,
Oh, dear
go
God.
into the bins.
Like Christmas decorations.
So to Don's point, if it's a Christmas or Halloween trip, there's certain shirts for that.
Oh my God.
And then if it's summertime,
All right,
if it's a cruise line, different shirts.
but
for that.
Oh, yeah.
but those you paid for the most
Yes.
part,
Do
right?
people walk up to you at these places and ask you like where something is, or can
Oh, good
can
call-
can
good
you
call.
help them with something?
I sometimes get asked where I got a shirt, so that happens.
But they don't ask
Okay.
you for direction.
But nobody's like
no, I mean,
Everyone's wearing Disney stuff at
Right.
Disney.
Yeah.
It's very common. No, but what about
right.
specifically ESPN?
Sir, when's the karaoke on the luau deck?
Now listen, he knows the answer.
I do know the
He
answer.
probably does.
But what about actual like you were issued the gear by the company? How many pieces? You
I
think?
don't have a lot of that.
Not that many.
No, I would say if Troy in marketing hooks me up with something that we sort of all
Maybe
get,
maybe 10. Oh,
if that.
if
Okay.
that.
Yeah. No,
All right.
I'm-
You just get good use out of them. Is
by
what
the
you're
way,
saying.
I wear the whale a lot too. Little Vineyard Vines.
he does wear the whale.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah.
The alligator.
I have one of those.
You have the alligator.
Oh yeah.
Still.
Some people wear
Every
the
now and then.
Some people wear the polo.
If I'm, on,
ones.
if I'm on the
Every
tennis
now and
court,
then.
Some people wear the whale.
I'm wearing whitewater.
And you're
But
wearing
it's
the
like,
white water.
Yeah.
But it's almost
It's very
like if
com-
Disney
look
was
at
a
this.
hockey
Very
team or
comfortable.
a sports team,
Very nice.
Very
John
cool.
would be the head trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
He's got
dresses
all
like
of
the trainer.
Equipment manager.
Right. He's not to the level of wearing the uniform, but he's wearing the pullover, the
Yeah.
shirt. He's got the logo.
He always looks official. Like
Yes.
like John, whenever he wears things to Disney, could go where it's his employees only, and no one would say a word to him.
easily.
you know what I've gotten into now with Disney apparel? Because I have so many T-shirts, and we were just talking about quarter zips. I now am getting a quarter zip from every Disney resort. I'm like,
This is your collection now.
this is now my collection.
You're
I have
obsessed.
Different hotels.
Boy.
Grand Floridian, Contemporary.
Does he not know how to party?
Polynesian.
No, listen.
This man knows how to party.
And you know, listen, I see a lot of John Winthrops because when I go to do Evolve, I'm flying into and in some cases staying at the airport in
Yeah,
Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
So I'm there. I see his people. They're wearing the ears the second they get off the plane.
You're not an ears guy, are you? You don't do the ears. No, look at
Oh,
look at
was
this.
that rookie
On
stuff?
that hair? On that face?
The ears is rookie
he
stuff.
can't do ears. No, he's too handsome.
I mean, how do I say this properly?
Okay.
You know what? I'm not going to even say it at all because I don't think I can say it
But it's
properly.
not for you.
It's not for me. Ears are not for me.
Ears are not for. By the way.
My wife wears ears.
Okay.
My daughter wears ears.
Oh, so do mine.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. I get it now. Did you
There
get
you
the code? He just, yeah.
I got it. I got it.
deciphered
Yeah,
what he's
it's not for
suggesting.
you. It's not for you. My wife wore
It's
the
like
ears.
Draymond Green with a fan yelling at him. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's-
How dare you call
wait,
me that?
Wait a minute.
You know.
All right. So, by the way, Alan, we're going to get into the thing that we were discussing before the show.
I am
I'm
leading
very
to.
excited
I
about
wanted
that.
to talk to Tony, and then I wanted to lead to that. But what in the meantime, again, 800-919-3776. We are going to take calls on this. I know it's way too early, Jets. I just had to get that off my chest, guys. I did. I'm happy.
Oh, you were passionate about
the
it. We wanted
Jets
to give you that time.
are right now in New York a fairly irrelevant franchise, aren't they?
They're among the most irrelevant here.
They really feel like one of those where I'm checked out.
No, well, they
I'm
have
checked.
company in New York, but they
They
are definitely one
do,
of
but
them.
it's just getting there. So I saw some on social media. I know we all did. We were kicking around. It made for a fun conversation. But it is interesting, right? The most irrelevant sports franchises in North American sports right now. Like the majors, though, because you can't, don't give me some of the other leagues that are smaller, because obviously the smaller leagues are not going to have nearly as much attention. So if we just do the four majors,
Yeah.
right? Football, NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA.
Yep.
Yes.
Can we come up with the one franchise out of those 4 leagues that it's like nobody gives a damn about them? The most irrelevant.
You mean, and then you want to go within the sport?
And then we go in the sport, then we can do New York, and then it's like, who is the most relevant?
Wow.
Right now.
I love
There's a lot in this
I'm
conversation.
telling you, this will take over the whole day.
This is
Now,
caller
people might think-
participation.
People might get a sense because it's Wednesday that this is the list.
Nope.
That's not the case. I do have a list at 4:30.
Hey, damn right.
Which
Bet
is
your ace.
completely off topic, not what we're doing here, which I like that. So calls at 800-919-3776, and let's see if there's any New York team among the major 4 that would be considered one of the most irrelevant franchises in North American sports right now. Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York. Friends at Bathfitter, they remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Jersey. Stay away from 22 eastbound heading into Newark. A crash right before Meeker Avenue blocking the left lane. Slow crawl heading into Wequahic Park. Delays go back to Bloy Street and Hillside. Not much better on 78 eastbound and the locals trying to make your way onto northbound 1 and 9. Car fire blocking that ramp. You want to stick with the express lanes getting through the area. Inbound George, some road work on the upper deck. It'll run you about 10 to 15 minutes. Worst of it's the outbound side. Deegan northbound. A crash in the right lane by the Cross Bronx. Delays there go back across the Triborough into Queens. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
This is so good, by the way. And I totally forgot about this song. I need to
I
put
don't know
this.
what I'm hearing.
I need to put this on. This is Miami Vice theme.
And
Jan Hammer. Jan Hammer.
The 1980s countdown last weekend was 1985, which you got to take or leave because the mid-80s
it's not great.
Dicey.
Yeah.
But this week or last week in 1985, this was the number 3 song in the country.
No, like
really, what a weird time.
Think about TV show soundtracks. First of all, there's not many of them.
No.
Second of all, whatever there was, this dominated that year, didn't it, Don?
Yes.
Like this soundtrack came out and it made songs that were already once chart toppers back on the chart again. It's crazy.
I know.
And
this was an unreal. This changed television. This show.
This might sound very sad.
Go ahead.
And you may judge me harshly.
Really?
I have never watched a second of Miami Vice.
I don't think I have either.
I don't know how that's possible.
I'll tell you why. Because there was a period in the mid-'80s where I watched zero television. Alf, complete rumor to me. Like, because that was right when I was junior, senior year in high school. I had other things on my mind. I was not watching a lot of network television.
I watched Alf religiously, but I was a child when it was out.
Yeah,
but you must have had a period in your life where you can't relate to at least a 2 or 3 year period of television because you were at a time in your life where
it was college. For me, it was college.
Yeah, television.
So like people who watched
room for it.
People like loved Boy Meets World. It was when I was in college. Didn't see it at all. Don't know it. I know who Topanga is. I know that there's a thing, but like I didn't watch the show.
I got to be honest. Like Miami Vice was one of.
You were a kid, right?
Like that was in my wheelhouse. That Knight Rider, those were the two, and 18.
Knight Rider, I did watch. And 18,
those were like that was it for me. I religiously watched that stuff. All the other things that people talk about in the 80s, I didn't really catch. Maybe a little bit of Family Ties here and there, but the stuff I was like must see. Yeah, it was basically like Chips, A-Team, Miami Vice, and Knight Rider.
That's it. All those shows. Never watched a second of any of them.
You missed them all. The whole genre.
That was my window where television just. I was playing ball. Obviously started dating for the first time. You're talking about 16, 17-year-old kids sitting there watching network television? Stop.
Yeah, I was younger.
I was on the prowl.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did you find anything?
What was that like?
Very little. I mean,
you were on the hunt.
My date. If you want to pick up a visual of my dating life during that span of time, is the old man on the beach with the metal detector.
How much they found? You're saying you found the same amount.
I found, but I found.
Nope.
But wasn't any. I eventually
just
found
a lot
my
of
wife,
static.
But so that was worth it. But still, I was giving it the old college try, and I didn't have time for the nonsense of television. And then a television all of a sudden comes back into your life again. But we all have that one window.
Well,
but Chips was like late 70s, early 80s, Don.
It was probably just something my dad didn't watch. You watch what your parents watched. There were not a lot of options in the house. Wasn't wheeling out the old black and white.
I mean, if I was stuck watching my parents' watch, it'd be MASH all the time. MASH and Love Boat.
Listen,
that's not great.
I've seen every episode of both of those shows.
Oh, I did too, but because of Jace, I guess, because I really wasn't.
You were in the room.
Hey, I didn't understand most of it, but it was there. It was on.
What's not to understand about the Love Boat?
I was 8 and 9 years old. Like, there's a lot to know. Julie, did you movement? Yeah, maybe a little. Julie. That's about it.
But besides, early
could have been early movement. Yeah.
Well, the irony of my wrestling fandom is that I had my no TV phase in college, which was the most exciting era of wrestling of all time. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, Chris Jericho, Triple H, The Undertaker. I knew it was happening. Kids on my hall were watching it. And I was just like, oh, man, I used to love wrestling. Anyways, what's up? I'm going to the radio station. Like, I was just, I was found my new, I was going to be on the radio, and I was doing my thing.
That was the same thing as me on a different level. Like, if it wasn't sports, like if it wasn't hockey or basketball and the Jets, I wasn't watching. Yankees, wasn't watching.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's the only stuff I would watch TV-wise, and otherwise it was video games, like Nintendo, Sega, constantly, or sports, like when my teams were playing. That's it.
Yeah,
and I was because I was playing. I was still an athlete.
But now, unfortunately, I'm an adult, and the TV era is pretty glorious. There's a lot of good TV.
It's different TV now. See, that's why Don, you can go back now and watch Miami Vice.
He doesn't watch TV anymore.
But he streams stuff, I thought.
No.
Yeah, but I don't
I
know.
don't watch shows.
It's so good, though, Don.
I only watch the only shows that I stream from the old days are shows that I already watched and want to just remember them. I don't know if I'm going to go binge watch Miami Vice. I mean, really, if I get to that point in my life, then pull the plug.
Really?
That's where that's
when you got nothing to do.
That's when we've ran out of options.
Fair enough.
We've used everything up.
Well, let's plug back
down
in
to the last tissue.
Let's plug back into the people. 800-919-3776. Tony's in Yonkers. Tony's got an idea about what the Jets should do with these draft picks. Go ahead, Tone. Please turn down your radio first, though, Tony.
I did.
There we go.
Finally, guys. All right. Finally, I've gotten a chance to talk to you guys on the phone here. First and foremost, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Want to thank you guys for all the fun times I've had listening to you, driving home each day. Don, I've been listening for 14 years now.
Wow.
And it's been a long time. It's added up. And Peter and Hahn, you guys are great, man. So about the Jets, what if they just hold on to their picks, pass them forward to other teams, and build up more capital for the following year? I think that would be the best move. Then they could get a pick like 2 years from now, and we'll have even more picks to go for.
I like that better than giving up picks to move. You got to turn the radio down.
All right, thank you for the call.
Yeah, we got
darn it
for everyone. I say, thank you.
Yeah, but honestly, that's a way better option to me. And I know that's kicking the can down the road, and I know the owner won't be able to handle it. His kids will be in his ear about it. What they're saying this is what they're saying on Instagram, Dad. You can't let them do that, which is no way to run a franchise.
No, that's how you do it. You listen to your kids' Instagram.
Cares what the moron in the comments is saying. It's what your GM says. This is what we should do. Not draft a guy because you know somebody. But that's the problem. Is that's why Matt Miller wrote what he wrote. Because that's what bad franchises do. And unfortunately, the Jets have a reputation. And it's very hard to scrub. You know who's back? Danny in Long Island.
Oh,
hey.
What's up, Danny?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that person anymore. This is Danny from the Witness Protection Agency.
Oh,
because I told Peter, Lonnie's out to get me, so I've been relocated to a secure location.
I think you can handle yourself.
I apologize to Peter. He accepted the misunderstanding that it was. I accepted responsibility for it. It wasn't meant to be that way, and we broke bread over it, and we're moving on.
Can you guys see Danny in the movie? Like, My Blue Heaven. Like in Witness Protection, wouldn't Danny be perfect? Like in that kind of role?
Totally.
Arugula, it's a vegetable.
No, as I told Peter, I'm like Ray Liotta eating noodles and sauce.
Yep.
Like a schmuck, like every other. I'm up in Wisconsin. But listen, you tickled my funny bone there with the Miami Vice because, Don, I never saw an episode of Miami Vice because in 1984 on Friday night at 10 o'clock, if you were home you were 21 years old, you were a loser. So it was a great show. I was aware of it. It was for Peter, Peter's into music. It was a cultural significant show because the clothing, the music. They did an entire episode. They did 3 minutes with Phil Collins' song.
Yes.
Something
in the other night.
Yes, CNN did a whole documentary on the 80s. They did an episode on television. Miami Vice was a turning point of television. I mean, it was like a
Completely
big cultural deal.
Because they started making it feel cinematic instead of just a TV show, and that's what they were great.
Correct.
Like, I was like 12. I was like 10 and 12 years old. My eyes were wide watching that show. It was unreal. The car, the clothes, everything about it was awesome. And by the way, how many future stars were in that show? Every episode.
Without wearing socks. That was amazing to me because I watched my father put on black socks every day when he went to work. They were dressed in prints and like all kinds of like loafers, and they were doing police work. This is amazing. So anyway, listen. The issue of the day here. As far as significance, just put the first 32 NFL teams above any other team except for maybe the Yankees. Because really, like you can take like a 12-year-old kid, and he could probably tell you 5 or 6 people on the Seattle Seahawks or the LA Rams. Couldn't tell you anybody on some basketball team. So these football teams are all almost universally
but not above the big one, not above the big basketball teams.
Except the very big ones. But I want to go, Don. I know you're doing a list. Newsday yesterday published a list. It's online of the top 10 New York sports calls of all time. I think your list should be disemboweling their list.
Wow. We got to get a copy of this.
It's a homework.
How was their
assignment.
list?
Yeah, did you agree
I
with
thought
it?
I thought their list was fair, and I thought the fact they put in Secretariat winning the Triple Crown was good because it showed they were looking outside the man. That was a big moment in the country with Secretariat. I was alive for that. It was a big call. We still see.
1973.
Yeah, 1973. They did some Knicks. They did a little. They didn't have a lot of. There were some things they left out. They had two from the Rangers, a couple from the Mets. No Yankees, no Chris Chambliss, which is not only a great call, but the greatest steppage of all time when Howard Cosell pushed Keith Jackson out of the booth. Because that was a great call. He won a pennant. How was that not a call? But anyway, it was a good list. I think Don should look it over.
Now, was it all national? Were there national calls involved in it?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
Scully did the Mets a ground ball behind Buckner. So it had to involve the New York team, but there was whoever happened to call.
Gotcha. Okay. We got a little
Enjoy the show, man.
We'll get a handle. We'll get a handle on that. Thank you, Danny. We'll definitely get a hold of that list. Take a look at it and see where it goes. Kyle is this New Hampshire?
Oh.
Kyle is in New Hampshire.
Hey, Kyle.
On yesterday's topic of the day, Kyle.
Hey, can I join?
Of course you can, buddy.
Awesome. What's up, guys? So I'm a teacher in Hudson, New Hampshire. I teach 4th grade. And, you guys are talking about 6-7 is a dead. Today I, turn to my class and I go, all right, guys, let's go ahead and turn to pages 6 and 7. And the room absolutely erupted.
Yep.
Erupted. And I'm shocked because absolutely, I just shook my head. And you know what? I gave in. I said, next time I do this, should I just do the little hand?
Yeah.
The little hand gesture?
Mm-hmm.
And, they just absolutely loved it. I mean, I think it's silly. I get, it's ridiculous, but if it makes them happy and the things that we were doing running around when we were young, our
kept
parents
them
thought
engaged.
it was silly too, but I just thought I'd comment.
Yeah.
Love the show, guys. First-time caller.
Thanks, Kyle.
And go Giants.
All right,
Thanks,
appreciate
dude.
it. Again, 4th grade. That's
Yeah, that's how you know it's dead.
That's when you know it's at that level.
It's 10 and under now. It's for the 10 and under and 40 and up. That's a bad sign.
Yeah, but it's it is what it is. Aaron Glenn announced his quarterback.
I heard
for the week.
I heard
Didn't need to go to Rich Cimini. Here's what he said.
It was purely my decision. I felt like it was the time to do it. Again, had good conversations with both of those guys. And listen, these situations are not always easy, but as a head coach, you have to do what's best for the team. And I feel like it was best for the team.
So it's Tyrod Taylor, as he says here.
Yeah, I said that on Monday. Talked to both of those guys, talked to the team on Monday. So Tyrod will be our starter.
Why did you decide to make that move?
Because I wanted to.
So
What was that question? I didn't catch it.
Why did you go make that decision? Why did you change quarterbacks? Because I
Really?
wanted to.
I know you're looking for the answer, but really? Did you?
That would have been
really
funnier
need
if he
to
said
know?
that. Did you watch?
I guess you've been on vacation for the last 8 months. Eight weeks.
Did you happen to see what happened?
Hello.
But I mean, also, he's still in a place where he has to be that guy.
Yeah,
you can't just try to say,
the two answers weren't great.
hey, we weren't getting, listen, we love Justin. We're not getting the production we want from him. We're going to try to spark things up with Tyrod. He's a veteran. We think we'll be able to do some different things. The blah, blah, blah. Throw in some words people know. Pass, pro. Just throw some words in, blah, blah, blah. We like Tyrod.
Still believe in him.
You don't have to just say because I wanted to. That's just being that guy. We know you're the head coach, buddy. We get it. Your thing is bigger than all of ours. It's the biggest one. Show it to the room. Drop it on the table. Okay. We're all so impressed by it. But I wish you could just answer, man. I'm not gonna call the guy out of his name and do the New York radio show guy thing and be mean about it. But just stop trying so hard. Just give answers.
It just sounds angry all the time, and I guess I would be too if I had to coach that team.
It is frustrating, but you're gonna make it. You're making it harder on yourself.
Yeah, of course.
This only makes it harder.
Yeah.
Make the media your friend. Make it so they don't want to beat your team up because the team sucks. Kind of like Glenn though, man. Likeable. You can.
Well, that was what they said about Robert Saleh, and eventually it's like him, but his team still sucks. And then they sucked again.
But you do.
Saleh was a nice guy. He was great with the media,
and it probably bought him some time.
You think
in the
it bought
media.
him more time?
I think it did. I don't know if it bought him time with the team.
Once Rodgers came, that time was up.
Well, then it's up.
Yeah.
But Don, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying in every situation you catch more bees with honey. But I think in the case of the New York media, you will. Give people answers. Give them something to write.
Yeah.
Don't treat them like they're stupid. It'll go a long way.
Listen, ultimately, you're going to be judged on wins and losses, not your persona or how you're on the sidelines or how you handle press conferences. But in the meantime, while we wait for the wins, and some have to wait longer than others, why not just be a little nicer and try to win over the room in other ways while you're getting your footing?
That's it.
Instead of having to prove to everybody, I'm the coach of the team.
Is anyone doubting that you're the coach of the team, my dude?
Nobody's doubting.
Like, we know, man. It's your team.
It's the voice thing, I think.
And you're not leaving a positive impression, Alan, until you start winning games.
No, of course not. He's got to know that, which is why I've always said, like, people who talk about, like, I know the market. It's like, oh, it's tough media in New York. I can handle it. You get people that think they know until they get here, then they realize – because it's amazing how many coaches you talk to after the fact who've coached here and then they leave, and how many of them all say the same thing about, God, it's so much nicer somewhere else in a different market. It's like, oh, it's the pressure there, the intensity there. It's like it's nonstop. Couldn't sleep. That other places, it's like just a lot easier to do the job here than it is in New York. They have no idea the monster they walk into. But no. We're all just these arrogant New Yorkers who think we're just so tough. No, it's a reality. Ask anybody that's coached here and has struggled. When they leave, it's the first thing they say is that, you know what, I loved it there, but, man, the pressure was intense.
It doesn't stop.
And it's so much better here. We will continue with the calls at 800-919-3776. Booger McFarland at 4, going around the NFL with him, of course. And the most irrelevant sports franchise right now in North America is what? Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Introducing the new ESPN Fox One bundle. Unlock all of ESPN and all of Fox One with one unbeatable price. Catch the biggest games, college football, NBA, NHL, and more on ESPN. Stream your faves, Big Noon Saturday, the World Series, and NASCAR on Fox One. All for just $39.99 a month. That's 20% off. The ESPN Fox One bundle. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Access content from each service separately. Savings compared to purchasing both plans separately. See stream.espn.com for complete terms and conditions.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Glenn Fry, You Belong to the City. Again, Miami Vice soundtrack. Get to know it, kids.
No, it was definitely a phenomenon. I mean, I'm not mocking it.
Well, you did.
It wasn't my cup of tea, but it was huge.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense to me, Don, because it feels like it would be your cup of tea. This show would have been right up your alley, I thought, but it wasn't, and that's leaving me.
You never know what
confused. This microphone, by the way.
What sense?
But yeah, Peter, I'm telling you, the thermostat doesn't work. Baking in here right now. We have it down to 60. It says it's 74 in the room. So we got some issues here.
And next door, it's they're melting in there. It's 85 degrees.
The door's open. Jake's got his shirt off. And this microphone, by the way, whoever's using it.
What, limp?
Yeah. Like chronic halitosis.
Oh, there's bad breath on it?
It's
well, that can't be from me yesterday.
Like I leaned in, I was like, whoa.
So you're saying, who was on before? Was it?
I don't know. But it's.
Was Kay on today?
We're going to need to have a conversation.
Kay was back, right?
He wasn't here. He was home.
Oh, boy.
So that leaves Carlin.
Carlin
or Dave?
It hit, like when I sat down to start the show and I leaned in, I was like,
come on, man.
And I had to wait the whole segment to get through. Like, ooh. Yeah, we got it fixed, though. We're good.
Funk like a shoe. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Was not great. You know what is great, though? Game Time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time...
It's Tully time. It's Tully time.
This is all we have tonight? Just the Knicks and the Mavericks?
Yeah, like you dream about.
All right. Well, Knicks and the Mavericks right after Dan Grassa here on 880. So pregame starts at 9. That's right, at 9:30 tip-off. Could be later, as Don mentioned yesterday. It is an ESPN vehicle. And for whatever reason, you have Knicks in Dallas. They're in Dallas, and they're going to start at 9:30. Jalen Brunson upgraded to questionable.
Who's that, Brunson?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he had been out. We'll see if maybe he plays in his former team. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Speaking of the Knicks, Frank in my old hometown, Ronkonkoma, wants to speak. Hello, Frank.
Hey guys, love the show.
What's happening?
Hey, I just got a question. So I see Brunson a lot when he plays. I got like two observations. One is I love Brunson, first of all, but he dribbles a lot. And he scores a lot. He's great. But you think he's getting hurt a lot because he's doing all those, like, herky-jerky moves? He's trying to fake people out all the time. And he's handling the ball a lot. You think it has something to do with him, like, just twisting his ankle a lot, maybe?
It's basketball. Like, I think he stepped on a guy's foot as he was driving to the basket.
I know.
It wasn't like
I know.
He's not doing, like, some crazy, long stride Euro steps.
Stuff, I know.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff off 2 feet, too.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that.
I get it, yeah. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying. I just observe it. So, Alan, the other thing I wanted to ask you guys was it's kind of from last year when the Knicks were looking for, like, scoring off the bench and they were going to go to Westchester. What happened with T.J. Warren? He was lighting up. I know he had an injury past. All of a sudden, they
never used him.
He was going to come up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
then he got pissed off and he left.
Yeah, he was in camp. He didn't play much in preseason. Then he went to Westchester, And then he just nothing happened. They never they never went there. So Frank, I honestly I don't know. I have no idea. Jim in Queens. Jim, you're up next.
Jimbo.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Listen, I love the Aaron Glenn media stuff. I listen. Pete just said, just answer the question, man. Don't well, he did. He asked the question. He goes, because I want to. So do you want the fluff nonsense, or do you want just a straightforward answer? This guy was a player here. Some of the guys covered him when he was a player.
Rich did.
They're not his friends. He knows they're not his friends.
It's not about them. Well, if they were your friends, then you really wouldn't have to worry about it. They're not your friends. They're professionals who have a job to do. That includes them needing something to put in the newspaper. Him just saying these two-word answers does not help them do their job.
That's not his job to help them do his job.
His job is to coach the team. But his job is to coach the team successfully. That so far is not an option.
But Jim, hang on. You love it. Don't you want information about your team? Aren't you interested in knowing reasons you don't want information on your team?
There are so many outlets to get information that I don't need to hear from Jim, or Costello.
Wait, Jim. No outlet could possibly know why the coach made a decision because he won't say it. It doesn't matter what outlet you're going to. None of them are going to have his thoughts.
Alan, I watch the games. I want them to win. I don't care about the media.
But that's your that's your preference, and that's
how you
fine.
Fan. Okay.
But all of these leagues have meeting with the media mandatory. Have to do it.
Yep.
Right. So you can't not do it. So obviously the NFL, as big as it is, feels it's important that their coaches and their players are made available to the media so the fans have access. Now, you are a fan that doesn't care about the access, and that's fine. But clearly the NFL cares about it, and there are people that would like to know, what exactly is it that made you go to Tyrod Taylor? Now, we've all seen Fields play poorly, but when you're writing an article or you want to get, here's the quote from the coach on why. And when your answer is because I wanted to, you're being that guy. And it doesn't bother you, but it does bother some people who are trying to do a job. Listen, Rich Cimini covers the team. Why? It's his job. But it's also a way for fans to kind of know what's happening because it's not like they're going to get a phone call from the coach telling them why they do things. I understand that it's dog and pony a lot of times, but how come I get asked by fans all the time, hey, when's Jack Hughes coming back? Or why is Markstrom playing poorly? They ask me because I'm the devil announcer and I have access to the coach. I have access to information, right? So there are people out there that do care. You're not one of those people. But can't you understand there are people that do care about what he thinks about his quarterback?
Yeah. I've dealt with that before where people have said, I don't really care. I don't need to know what the coach is saying. Let them just run the team. But if you do that and then they run the team into the ground, then you wonder why there's no accountability. That's what we're here for.
It's so funny. We get all these phone calls from people, I don't care.
Right.
But yet whenever I was around Michael Kay, it would always be, hey, why this about the Yankees? Why that about the Yankees? You get asked about the Knicks all the time.
All the time.
Oh, when's Brunson coming back?
Yeah.
And why do
Just
they
got
ask
asked
you?
that on the train.
Because you're close to the team and they're hoping you'll be able to give them information.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the frustration that, we'll probably get some pap answer from the coach. I get it. But that's on him. So he gives you misinformation. But now he's giving you no information. Or he's giving you a snotty answer like it's all tough guy BS that for some reason fans fall in love with because they think that makes a good coach. You know what makes a good coach? Winning games.
There's also one other thing I'd like to add to all that, which is, of course, what you do now is lead us to speculate. And that's the part that gets dangerous.
Hate that, Alan.
Because it becomes, you were speculating. And then I just say, I had to because your coach didn't give me any insight. So what else am I going to do? Speculate. Okay, he saw that Justin Fields sucks,
but that's all.
So he made a change. I never said that. Well, you didn't say anything.
And I'm sorry. I got to tell you about FanDuel in a second. And I'm sorry to the caller who made that point. It's just not good leadership. Sorry, just being loud and silly is not good leadership. And in the end, it's going to bite you in the you-know-what. Guys, FanDuel is the #1 sportsbook for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live. All in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head over to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y at 467-369. On the other side, Booger McFarland. We'll talk some NFL with him. A lot of fun stuff to get into, including a Don list at 4:30. It's Don, Hahn Rosenberg.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
402 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. We'll get back to your calls at 800-919-3776. Very interesting topic today when it comes to irrelevant franchises that we will get into. The Knicks play the Mavericks tonight. Jalen Brunson is upgraded to questionable. We'll see if he gets on the court tonight. That would certainly be a boost for the Knicks. No question about that. We'll talk about that as well. But right now, Don LaGreca's favorite segment of the week.
Yeah.
Booger McFarland joining us.
Booger.
How we doing, Boog?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
So have you ever been involved during your playing career or even after it with anything WWE? Were you ever part of any type of skit? Did you ever participate in any of that kind of stuff?
No, not really a big wrestling guy. I never got into it after my adolescence. I used to watch it when I was younger.
There you go.
But as I got older, just kind of drifted away from it and really hadn't gotten into it.
When you saw the Skattebo thing, Cam Skattebo being part of it, because I'm sure you saw it because it was all over the place, what did you think?
I mean, I get it. I've seen, we've seen George Kittle be a part of it. Like, we've seen several guys be a part of skits like that. I didn't really think much of it. As long as as long as he didn't get hurt and was careful, I don't mind guys using their celebrity to venture into other things. I think he fits the wrestling mode with his personality. I could easily see him when his playing days are over, transitioning, coming off the top rope, doing something. So I got no problem with it whatsoever.
And Booger, my thought was too, like, you know, he's not in the same situation as Abdul Carter or Malik Neighbors. We don't know. Cam Skattebo doesn't know what his career is going to be. He's a 4th-round draft pick. These moments are kind of important for him. He's really building a brand here in New York, and I understand why people got a little nervous about it, but you can't knock the kid for wanting to go out, be outside during this time, and continue to build that brand.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I didn't see it, but I don't think he was jumping off the top rope.
He did not.
I mean, so
he took a light nothing.
I mean, yeah, right. He was just, you know, there's only so much you can do with an ankle that looks like his. But whatever he did do, I'm sure it was safe enough for him to make sure that his main job is not in jeopardy. I don't really have a problem with it. Like, you know, guys do a lot of things, man. And on top of that, you know, he's out for the season. So, like, what do fans want him to do? Just sit at home and stare and watch film for 7 months in a row? Like, you know, football is a part of life. It's not the entire life. And I know he's making sure the rehab goes well and taking care of the main thing. But I think that fans and everyone needs to understand that, you know, a lot of these players have other interests. And some of the interests may be something like the boardroom with Kevin Durant. Some interests may be wrestling, you know, with John Cena. There are different things that pique everybody's interest.
So we got to see Mike Kafka as a head coach for the first time. On the surface, another blown fourth-quarter lead, another loss. But did you see anything different? Did you see anything you liked out of the Giants with Kafka at the helm?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, this team kind of is what they are right now. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to all of a sudden in 7 days, you know, when you fire Daboll and you move on to Mike Kafka, everything's going to change. You're going to be like, yep, that was it. Noticeable difference. Everything's fixed. Like, you're not going to see that. You know, you always get that little boost. You know, when a new coach comes in, a new message, you always get that. They played hard. I thought Jameis acquitted himself well. It was exciting. I think, you know, if we really want to be honest, the Packers are a much more talented team. They're a better team. And you had an opportunity with the ball with a chance to go down and tie the ball game. So I think that's all you can ask. I like what I saw, but I'm not going to make much of it whether it was great or bad. I just think that the Packers are a far more talented team, and the fact that game was where it was, I thought the Giants showed themselves well.
I'm going to give you a couple of teams that are on the bubble right now when it comes to playoffs in the NFL. And I you got to just pick one that you'd have to put all of your hard-earned money on and say this team is the one that's going to make the playoffs. Now, these are all 5-5 teams, and we're going to stay in the AFC. The Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens. Who are you putting your money on?
Texans, Chiefs, and Ravens. Texans are in the South, so they're battling in the AFC South, so they're battling with Jacksonville,
right?
Tennessee, and that whole group in the AFC South. The Colts are number one, obviously. Let's go by process of elimination. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make it, so it comes down to between the Texans and the Ravens.
Okay.
I think the Ravens have the easier schedule, maybe the easier path, because they control the division with 2 games left against Pittsburgh. I'm going to say the Ravens. Out of that group, I'll say the Ravens.
You believe in the Ravens. So, all right, so you said something interesting, caught all our attention because we were talking about this the other day, and it was hard for us here. You know, again, we're lay people. You are the expert. To believe the Chiefs aren't going to find a way because that's just been their brand. So what about the Chiefs at 5-5? They do play the Colts this week, but what about them right now doesn't give you enough confidence to say, well, they're the Chiefs, it's Andy Reid, it's Patrick Mahomes, they'll find a way in?
Yeah, that sounds good, guys. But look at the schedule. They're 5-5 with 7 games left. They play the Colts this weekend, who have been a better team. So that is a very losable game. They got the Cowboys in Dallas on Thanksgiving Day. The way the Cowboys are playing, it's very losable. Like, at 5-5, you're asking them basically to go 6-1 down the stretch. Man, that's a tall task, especially against some of the teams that they got to play. I'm going to err on the side that they're not going to be able to do that. I just think that at some point when somebody shows you who they are, you got to believe them. They're a 5-5 football team, and we all made a big deal They got Rasheed Rice back.
Mm-hmm.
They got Hollywood Brown. Here we go. Everything's whole. And they continue to lose games. And they're 5-5. So I'm going to believe what they've shown me so far until they show me something different. I just think the schedule is tough enough where they're not going to be able to run the table and just slide into the playoffs. And then at some point, as John King says, it comes down to math. Like, this isn't analysis. This is just simple math. 5-5, there's 7 left, and you just start adding them up. Like, find the for sure victories and see if you can get to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to have to get to 5 to get to 10-7 to remotely have a chance.
And then they do have I was going to say they do have one
ahead.
more against Denver, and that's important.
Okay, so right now they got, off the top of my head, they got Dallas, Denver, and the Colts. You think they're winning all 3 of those?
I like the.
I wouldn't rule it out.
I mean, yeah, and see, that's what we have to stop doing. We have to stop letting our nostalgia and our memory and our history cloud our judgment, because we remember what they were the last 7 years, and at some point, you stop being that. And I think they're on the way to stop being the team we thought they were.
Wow.
Chris Jones is not as dominant. Trent McDuffie hadn't made a play in a while. Like, just think about what made them great. When's the last time you heard Chris Jones' name? When's the last time you heard Trent McDuffie's name? Like, think about that defense, and you know, there was a point in time where that defense was locked down, and they are starting to see some cracks in their armor. So I think when you add all that up, man, that's the reason why I don't think they're getting in.
I got 3 wins. Texans, Titans, and Raiders are on their schedule, right? That's 3.
Well, those are locks.
You got to get the Broncos game at home on Christmas Day. That's a must-win game for you. That's 4. Give me the all right. So Colts, Chiefs, or Chargers.
They are the Chiefs.
You got to. I'm sorry. Colts, Cowboys, or Chargers. You got to give me one.
I think they get the Colts and the Cowboys. I think they get the Colts at home. I think they get the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
That's your 5.
And then I think they get the Texans, and I think they're at 8-5.
Wow.
And Booger, I'm not saying Booger's wrong.
No.
The task is tall.
The point he makes is great.
But I think they'll get to 8-5 first, and then you're going to see what they can do down the stretch from there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, beating Dallas at home on Thanksgiving Day, man, that is a tough ask. Denver is just a better team. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. We can chalk it up, but if you watch that game on Sunday, there's no way you left that game on Sunday saying, well, maybe the Kansas. Like, nah, Denver was just a better team all the way around. And so, what's going to change when they go to Arrowhead besides the weather? I don't know what's going to change unless somebody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to change. And you know, the weakness of the Chiefs has been their tackles aren't very good, and they can't run the football. And so now you're going against an Indianapolis Colts defense that's one of the top 10 in opposing quarterbacks QBR. So they're limiting opposing quarterbacks. You got to stop Jonathan Taylor. The Chiefs really don't want to stop the run here. Like, it's just like when you remove yourself away from the memory and the walk down memory lane of what the Chiefs were, and just realize what they are, I think you view them a little bit differently.
So who do you have coming out of the AFC?
I think that's still wide open, because I think Indy's going to be in the postseason. I think Baltimore gets in. I think Denver is going to be a tough out just because the defense is so good. I think the Chargers are going to be in there, and the Chargers are going to be a factor. If you ask me today who's coming out,
it's tough.
I think there may wind up being a Baltimore Indy championship game in the new RCA Dome, whatever you call it, Lucas Oil.
Yeah, it's amazing that we've glazed over Buffalo, which is telling though. It's not anything that I would deny.
Well, here's the reason I glaze over Buffalo, because if Josh Allen doesn't put the cape on, they can't win.
Yep.
He scored 6 touchdowns, and he needed all 6 of them against the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're asking him to do a lot. Like, name me 2 of their receivers outside of the tight end. Like, he's throwing the ball to people you don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, that's going to be interesting. What happens at the end of the season if they make any major changes there. Booger, on the NFC side, you mentioned the Cowboys because they're playing the Chiefs, and I'm not going to give you any other teams because I don't believe in any others. They're 4-5-1. I saw Greeny talking about how important that tie could end up being in the end if they are in contention in the last couple of weeks. Have the Cowboys shown you anything to say, I'm keeping an eye on them because they could find their way in?
No.
No.
I just think that it's too much to ask at 4-5-1 to try to make a run. I don't know if they beat Philly this weekend. If they lose to Philly, get to 4-6, I mean, it's pretty much over at that point. Too many tough games down the stretch. I think next year's Cowboy team, depending on what they do with George Pickens, depending on what they do with, because right now they got Kenny Clark, Odigizua, and Quentin Williams. All those guys are making a ton of money. I don't think they can keep them all. So let's see what they do with that defensive line. I think next year's team is shaping up to be really, really good. I just think they've dug themselves too big of a hole to make any type of impact on this year's season.
Now, did you happen to hear anything from Aaron Glenn yet today, Booger?
No. The only thing I saw was Tyrod's going to be the starting quarterback, right?
Is it clip 2 here? The second one?
The first one, I believe.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, I said that on Monday. Talked to both of those guys, talked to the team on Monday, so Tyrod will be our starter.
Why did you decide to make that move?
Because I wanted to.
Now, I'm just curious for your thoughts, Booger. From my standpoint, I like some of the things Aaron Glenn has done here recently, and it does seem like this team wants to play for him, which I think is a positive sign. And obviously, we're going to see what he can do next year, and it's going to be we'll see what changes come, what they do with those draft picks, etc. But I just don't necessarily understand why it seems like in those moments, because I wanted to. I don't quite understand what he's hoping to accomplish with those press conference moments. What's your takeaway when you hear stuff like that from Coach Glenn?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man, where it's year one. I'm sure he's got a message that he's trying to deliver. Sometimes when coaches get up at the podium, they're not necessarily talking to the media, they're talking to their team. So maybe he's trying to deliver some type of message. Not sure on that one, but I'm assuming AG's got a plan.
Yeah, but I think the plan is I want to show I can do this before I can actually show I can do this. It's the same thing when Saleh came in. It's all gas and no brake. And, everybody's got some saying kind of proving, hey, I'm going to win here. But ultimately, you got to go out there and you got to win. Now, you can't put the cart before the horse, Booger. Just play the game. You got to talk to the media. Nobody likes to do it. Players don't like to do it. Head coaches don't like to do it. Play the game, and then just let your record speak for itself. I think when you start to leave an impression before the actual wins and losses, you end up putting up a divide, and you end up maybe losing a media that could really possibly help you during these struggles down the road.
Yeah, but I don't think he's that far along. Like this is just year one, so I don't think he's anywhere thinking about year 2, 3, 4, 5. I just think he's trying to lay the foundation with whatever he's doing right now. I think eventually the media will kind of warm up to him a little bit. I know they're not there yet, but hopefully they'll be able to warm up to him and kind of see that he's a no-nonsense guy, man. Like, he hasn't been able to, maybe that hadn't come across just yet, but I think eventually it will.
All right, Boog, I'm a Jets fan. Should I be watching Cleveland at Raiders and see what Shedeur Sanders looks like for the possibility of saying, well, if they can't draft a quarterback, maybe the Jets can trade for somebody that could turn into something? Is he worth my time, yes or no?
Yes, I think so.
What do you like about him?
I mean, what's not to like? You tell me what it doesn't sound like you like it.
No. Ask the guys. I've been singing his praises since last year. I was shocked that he fell in the draft. I really was surprised. I didn't like the way all that went down. I didn't like the way the front office looked when they drafted him, the faces they made. I didn't like the fact that they threw him into a game and he's never thrown to any starters. It was the first time he was throwing to his receivers, and then after the game, they mocked his numbers when I actually thought he gave him a chance to win. So I like everything about him, and I'm trying to be talked out of it because if he was that good, why wouldn't the Browns have made him a player by now, made him a starter by now? I'm trying to see if I'm falling for something that everybody else sees and I can't.
Well, let's realize this, okay? Let's understand this. He was, up until about a month ago, he was a third-string quarterback. Third-string quarterbacks get no reps, all right? 0 reps whatsoever. So the fact that he was the number 3, that can explain a lot of things. So then you trade away Joe Flacco, and now he's the number 2, but he's the number 2 behind the rookie. So I don't really make that big of a deal behind all the no reps and no cadence and all that stuff. The bottom line is this. Today's Wednesday. He's been named the starter. He's going to get his opportunity to have a full week of work and then he starts on Sunday. So let's see where it goes.
All right, so I'm watching. Thank you.
There you
Booger.
go.
See,
Now-
now I have a reason to watch.
Now, Booger, obviously you're deep in the college game, and we started off earlier today with just speculating on the possibility if the Jets were to end up getting to one and getting a shot at Mendoza. Alan, you did not seem particularly excited by this prospect.
Well, trading 2 firsts to get a prospect that doesn't seem like the best prospect we've seen in years. I don't love it.
What's your thought on, is there depth to this draft that maybe some people aren't seeing? Is there anyone out there that truly excites you, Booger?
At the quarterback position, there are a lot of guys that are possibles. Like if you've played the game of spades before, like there are no for sures. There's a lot of possibles out there. And I think at this point in the process, which is we hadn't even got to Thanksgiving, I think it's really irresponsible for anybody to say, okay, here's the guy, because nobody really knows yet. Let's see how these guys finish. Let's see how they handle the pressure of the playoffs. Let's go through the evaluation process, and maybe by, I don't know, early February or March, we'll have a guy honed in. But I don't think right now there's no Andrew Luck. There is no Caleb Williams out there right now. This is one of those drafts where you're going to have to kind of sit back, dig into your notes, dig into your weeds, and try to find out what you can. And if you like the guy, you take him. And if not, then you wait till 27.
See, that's exactly what a smart franchise would do, is if we don't like them, you just wait, and it doesn't matter how much people are yelling and screaming, but you got to take a quarterback. If you don't love them, you keep it moving. But great stuff as always. Good to talk to you, my man.
Later. Have a good one, fella.
All right. You see that? Like it's smart people know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. It's
you do
not
all your
rocket
homework.
science.
You do all the work. And if you don't love them, you have to say, well, you know what? We didn't love him. And if you end up being wrong 5 years from now and people go, you moron, you passed on him. How did you not love him in the process? You just go, all right, well, people passed on Patrick Mahomes too. Sorry. Like, it happens. It wasn't for us.
You didn't love him.
But how about this? So Shedeur Sanders is going to be the 42nd quarterback to start for the Browns since 1999.
That's
42nd.
99.
Isn't that wild? And so, he says, yeah, if you're a Jet, you should keep an eye on how he looks and whether or not the Browns feel like he's the right guy for them going forward, because they still don't know either. So it's a very interesting conversation to have. 800-919-3776. We'll get in some calls here momentarily, Donnie, right?
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by his Chief thing. We got to get into that,
yes.
too. There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25. You know how I feel about the Chiefs and how Peter feels about the Chiefs. We're sick and tired of them. But up against the Colts, up against the Patriots, up against the Ravens defense, up against a second-year quarterback in Bo Nix, I still like their chances to figure it out, guys. I do.
And I thought I could find
And even
5.
as a third wild card, I
dangerous.
still think they're exceptionally dangerous.
It's reputation. That's true. But there's a reason why you built that reputation, because you have done things that have made us say, all right, they just know how to win. So I feel like until you slay the dragon, or until the dragon is dead and doesn't even make it, to the party, then you got to keep saying, I can't. I have to give them a chance.
No, I understand we're talking about a decade of work here, but the 3 teams that have been able to stop the Chiefs. One of them is the Bucs and Tom Brady. That's over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The other's Philadelphia. You'd have to worry about that come Super Bowl time.
Yep.
And the other one's Joe Burrow in Cincinnati.
Who's hurt.
So 2 of the 3 are off the table, and the other one you wouldn't face until the Super Bowl.
Right.
Who's the next? Who's the guy? Because it's still a quarterback that's going to have to score some points. I know Denver's got their defense, but does Bo Nix have the stomach to do this? Does Daniel Jones have the stomach to do this? Right? Do the Patriots, the Bills, who haven't proven they can do it in the postseason, do it?
Is Drake May going to do it?
Can Drake May do it?
Well, and
we know Josh Allen will put up a performance, but does his coach and defense have the ability to stop it?
But for the record, this is what I see here when I look at them. I see Colts, Cowboys and Texans in a row.
I think they're winning the next 3.
Me too.
You think they get 3 of them?
I think they get 3 straight. Now,
Yeah.
if they lose at home to Kansas City, we're all having a different conversation.
Well,
this
Denver,
week.
you're talking about.
No. Indy this week.
Oh, Indy, you're talking. Okay,
yes.
sorry.
Indy this week in Kansas
They
City.
take an L here.
Then we're having a different.
Their chances to make the
you're
playoffs
right.
are almost dead.
Well, it's a different conversation for Kansas City and Indianapolis.
Completely. So I'm giving them that game. And then I'm giving them at the Cowboys. I know Booger said loosely Cowboys are a tough ask in Dallas on Thanksgiving.
I've seen
plenty of Thanksgivings.
Oh, I've seen them lose.
And I've seen this year what they're capable of giving up. So, I can see it being a big old Mahomes-Kelsey celebration on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You give them that to 7-5. Then they get the Texans in Kansas City, 8-5. Now they have the Chargers in Kansas City. Who are the Chargers?
Well, they don't have 2 tackles are out for the rest of the season. They just went into Jacksonville and got smoked.
So you're telling me there's no chance they get to 9-5?
They're getting to 10. Man.
And then,
they're going to get
Don,
to 10.
then they go to the Titans.
Oh.
Okay? Then they have the Broncos.
Yeah.
But don't
that's
forget
the big
they
game.
end.
Christmas Day, that's a big game.
But if they get all these other ones, even if you lose to the Broncos, you then close out with the
Raiders.
Raiders, you could still get to 11-6.
It's
I'm not
very
willing to put a
They're
fork
getting
in
to
this
10.
team.
Yeah.
I would be shocked.
Let's
if they didn't
bookmark this and remember it as the rest of the season goes on and just keep referring to it because that's the thing. We don't believe you can kill the Chiefs.
I'm
We just
not
don't
ready
believe
to do it yet.
Not if Mahomes is still on the field, not if Andy Reid is still on the sidelines. We will get back, though, to this Shedeur Sanders conversation later because there's another of one of our NFL experts who had an opinion about the Jets and Shedeur. And so we will get back to that later on in the show. But what we have coming up next is something that doesn't happen often on this show.
Not enough.
The list happens every week. But what doesn't happen often is that we're all in the dark. We have no idea.
No idea what this
what
guy's
Don
doing.
has come up with this week. So you will hear it first, just like we do, coming up next. Stay with us. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Bet 365 is Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Not so great on the Southern State eastbound in Nassau County, right after Peninsula Boulevard. Crash in the left lane involving a couple of SUVs. Traffic is starting to back up to the Belts Cross Island split. Packed ride on the Grand Central westbound right before Astoria Boulevard. Broken down van in the right lane. Bumper to bumper heading over to LaGuardia from City Field. All of your purchase the outbound George pretty bad. Worst of it Cross Bronx westbound. Slam there from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George will run you about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln your best ride at 15 to 20. Outbound Holland going to run you 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
That's right. And of course, the list, as you know, is driven by Ramsey Mazda.
Sure is.
And as you said, I cultivated this on my own, guys. So I'm sorry for that, but it does make for some fun because you guys are in the dark. Now, I don't know if you saw the latest in the NHL, Luosterainen, pretty good forward for the Florida Panthers, out week to week, burned himself on a barbecue.
What?
Not exactly sure how you do that.
Well, you can.
Well,
so he's barbecuing during the season?
Aaron Boone.
Yeah, I know how
is a
you
big
do
one.
it, but I don't know why you do it. And then, of course, the Jack Hughes news. So I figured, how about in New York history, guys?
Oh, New York history, okay.
The weirdest and strangest injuries.
Ways to injure yourself.
Ways to injure
All right,
yourself.
can
and
I go
keep
first?
You out of the court, ice, or field.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Ioannis Cespedes.
Ioannis Cespedes, that's a great poll.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a great. The
Ioannis.
boar?
And I considered it.
Yeah. Ioannis.
I thought about
You're talking
it.
about the boar. You
I
thought about it.
Wait
and
a
I put
minute.
it and I put it at number 2.
Ioannis
Ioannis Cespedes back in the offseason of 2019, rehabbing an injury, mind you.
Amazing.
Was on his farm and was chased, run over, scared by the aforementioned boar and broke his ankle.
It still feels made up.
And it ended his career.
Yes.
It was over. Now, we joked about it on the air at the time. Maybe Peter remembers that we said it wasn't really a boar. It was probably a unicorn, because that's just how it goes with Ioannis Cespedes. It's always very dramatic, always very weird, but only good enough to be number 2
God, it's so funny.
on
It's
our
so funny.
list.
Cespedes was such a moment in time. And, like, in the grand scheme of things, not that important. But in a moment, he was big.
He was
here.
everything.
I
go
gotta throw out one of the craziest stories of all time.
Okay.
JPP and the fireworks.
Oh, that's got to be number 1.
Well, you would think, but I don't have it on the list.
What?
No, because you forgot.
No, Anthony.
Nope, it was mentioned.
Anthony.
It's got to be you forgot.
Who are you taking out?
All right, who are you taking out? Let's go.
I might take Cespedes with the boar already.
But here's the thing.
He lost fingers.
It ended Cespedes' career, but the Giants made it work. They put together a glove. They went on to win a Super Bowl. He overcame it. He got back on the field.
Was
they
the
won a
standard
championship.
worst or weirdest?
Yeah, I thought it was weirdest.
Standard is its Don's list.
Yeah, the standard is just what you like because it's bizarre.
No.
He was holding
blowing
fireworks.
off fingers with fireworks happens, guys. A boar doesn't happen. All right. A board
Also
doesn't
fair.
happen. And also, I put in like how it affects things. Listen, it affected a season. It affected a career.
It affected the rest of his life.
It's a fun story.
I don't know
Look at my fancy glove.
Fun?
I can't put a ring on a finger because I lost it.
Fun.
I still want a ring.
If he was number 1, he couldn't say he was number 1.
Yeah, there's no finger.
He couldn't do Joe Namath.
I'm very curious then.
Anthony, help me out here. First of all, back me up that I did not forget it.
Not even
It's a strange injury for sure, but it does happen. Already. It was the 4th of July.
We had a
People
list.
do have it happen.
We had a list of like 10 or 12.
And
listen,
he
already
didn't
I'm
miss,
skeptical now.
And he overcame it, and they won a Super Bowl.
All right.
Again, okay.
All right.
Who are you taking out? We
I don't know.
Yet. We
Let's
still have
go.
4 more
Let's
to
find
go.
out.
I will
The
defend.
allegation that I forgot.
I will defend
is what
Don.
makes me sick. We could debate back and forth
You did.
about its merit, but to think that I forgot JPP, I'm a Giant fan, for Christ's sake.
All right, well, then you're a Giant fan, so Plaxico Burress
Christ
made the
can't
list.
help you now.
Plaxico?
Yeah, you know what? Also a good poll. I considered it.
And again, shooting yourself in the club.
Shot himself in a
club.
year. In a year that they were the best team in the league, and he's not on the list either.
And I put it number 1. All right? I considered it. November 28th, 2008, Plexico Burress at the club shot himself in the leg and single-handedly ruined the Giants' chances of back-to-back Super Bowls.
All right.
So of course it's number
You've
1.
redeemed yourself.
First of all, it's a freaky thing. I mean, although I'm not. It's not that surprising.
Right,
that
people do shoot themselves.
A gun fell out of his sweatpants.
Yeah.
All right, but it did affect their Super Bowl
Big
chances, losing their best wide receiver. So I have that at number 1.
So we got 1 and 2.
Plexico
got 1 and 2.
1, Cespedes 2.
All right, Alan, what do you got here? What about the first one I said that I threw out before I even started?
Bobby Ojeda.
Nah, that's not great.
Bobby Ojeda is very interesting.
Oh,
very interesting. Trimming the hedges and him cutting off his finger. Although the reason there's a lot of speculation that that's not exactly what happened.
I mean, that's what makes it a better story, right?
It does, but
because who puts their finger in front?
Was it really an injury?
Yeah.
Or was it a wound?
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, it
didn't make the list.
Good one, and certainly hurt 88. I have it as an honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Okay. All right, Peter.
Who was the guy in the last couple of years who injured himself opening a remote control something or other?
Oh, no, I don't know. I know Jeremy
No.
Appelt cut his hand.
Was it not
the drone?
Yeah, the drone. What about the drone?
It was a drone. Who's the guy with
Was that
the drone?
Trevor Bauer?
Maybe it was Trevor
Bauer.
Bauer.
It was Trevor Bauer.
All right, it was New York.
Not New York.
Not New York.
And very. That is not even on the list of the top 10 weirdest things.
All right,
about it.
a jet.
About him.
A jet has to be on this list. Oh. Geno Smith losing his starting job because he got punched in the face by a teammate.
Yeah, that was what was his name? He ended up going to the Bills.
IK
Empali.
Yeah.
Empanada.
No.
That's not there.
Well,
he
what
was a
did it all
starter.
mean? Yeah, but for what?
He got punched in the face.
I understand.
Broke his nose.
Who are you taking?
All right, who are you taking out?
All right. Well, I guess you can't say Boone playing like beach sports is that weird.
To me, that feels obvious. He was playing basketball.
Or he's playing basketball, not even beach activities.
Yeah.
He's playing basketball.
Blew out his ACL.
That's not weird.
And it was over.
No offense to Boone, but it did lead to Alex Rodriguez. So
it worked out. Worked out is what you're saying.
And getting injured playing basketball isn't exactly a freaky, crazy thing. But.
No. Although this is a list in which the guy said, people's fingers get blown off every day.
Not even considering.
Everybody gets a finger blown off.
That should be the punishment for the pitch.
He survived. All right. Is it my turn?
They don't understand the spirit of it. First of all, I think they're just taking it out on me that at least one of them wasn't included.
Yeah, there's a little bit of feeling left out right now.
All right, hold on. What do we got? Or the basketball. Is there basketball, Donnie?
Amari Stoudemire punched the fire extinguisher in Miami.
Good job. April 30th, 2012, after Game 2 against the Heat, punched the fire extinguisher case.
Yeah.
And he was out. Knicks did not win another game in the rest of that series.
Do you know the year before, he attempted a dunk in warm-ups in the playoffs, hurt his back and couldn't play. The year before that. But he was finding ways to hurt himself. It's unreal. I have a Nick one, though, that's this year that it was definitely not on your list.
That was number 5.
That's 5? Okay, so we still need 3 and...
You need 4 and 3.
4 and 3. Yeah, 3 and 4. Okay. Your turn.
We only have 3?
Yeah, we have 3 so far. Boone was not on
sorry
it.
you're not enjoying this.
Well, you think you have 4.
No, I thought we had... Yeah, because I think I have 4. Don, can you tell us the sports that are left, please?
We've got baseball and hockey.
Hockey.
Is the hockey one, well known?
In certain circles. Probably not to you. You've heard of the player.
Will Alan definitely remember
Alan's
it?
going to know. He knows.
Is it
right now he knows.
Is it Leach?
There it is. Brian Leach.
Yeah.
Rangers trying to make the playoffs March 21st, 1993. Brian Leach entering a cab, slips on the ice, and breaks his ankle.
Oh, I do not know
he's
that.
gone.
Ice
and
is
the
slippery.
Rangers missed the playoffs after winning the President's Trophy the year before.
It sucks. He's such a good guy, but that's such a, that's one of those, it's and you make your living on the ice.
That's tough.
There's an irony to it.
It really
is. It
is.
ended their season effectively.
But I'm such a fan of his, I hate making fun of him.
I know.
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying it is freaky.
Well, you put him on the list.
Well, no, listen, honestly,
until they won the Cup the next year, it was like typical Rangers.
Yeah.
Right?
Alan, I'm just going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to look up the statistics,
yeah,
what do you think happens more often? People hurt themselves slipping on ice or blow their fingers off?
What do you not get?
All right, look.
So he
I
blows
blew
his
my
fingers off, and it leads to a Super Bowl. Brian Leetch slips on the ice. They miss the playoffs.
Hockey player hurts himself slipping on ice.
Yeah.
Much stranger than a person.
Have you
blowing
heard this
their
one
fingers.
before?
Totally.
Hockey player can't walk on. He can't handle ice. Too slippery for him.
And I would think that with his number of players that are in the NFL, I bet you every 4th of July, at least one NFL player blows a finger off.
We'll get research on that. Let's get research on that.
Not all of them are significant. Some of them are practice
So-
squad guys.
So baseball. There's a
baseball's the
baseball
last
one now.
You're not going to get it.
Oh wow.
No one's going to get it.
Listen. Do you hear what he's doing here?
Look what he just
How about
did.
that? Oh, you're not. You guys.
Give
aren't
us an
getting
era.
it.
Give
you
us an era.
bozos aren't getting this one.
Give us an era.
I'll give you the date.
Give me the date.
July 24th, 1977.
July 24th, 1977.
It's goofy. It's typical of this team.
The Mets.
You bet your hiney.
And what happened? Let's see.
I think when Alan hears it, he'll be like, I think I remember.
Ed
I remember hearing
Kranepool
about
fell
that.
face first into the sink.
Is this
into the flux capacitor.
Is this a Dave Kingman thing?
It's not Dave Kingman.
Who
it's
was
not
it?
Ed Kranepool. It's a pitcher, but of that ilk. because they got him for Tom Seaver.
Oh God. Oh. I can't say. I can't get the name. I know.
All right.
Say it. Just
July
say
24th, 1977. Pat Zachary.
Yes.
There you go.
Taken out of a game after he gives up a hit to Pete Rose that extended his hitting streak to 36 games. Was so upset that he went to kick a batting helmet, missed the helmet, hit the step, and then broke his foot. And he was out.
So stupid.
Now, just really freaky.
Who punched the wall though and also injured themselves?
There's a lot of guys that
But
do
no,
that.
wasn't it a Met or a Yankee did that?
I don't.
Punched a wall.
Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown.
Yeah, well done.
But there's a lot of honorable mentions. Obviously, the JPP certainly deserves an honorable mention.
But it happens so much. You
No
can't put
offense
him
to
top
Tom Glavine during that really tough season, getting injured in the taxi cab accident. Remember that one? Kind of crazy.
Yep.
There's a few of them, but those are the five that I have. But I take offense that you thought I forgot JPP. Anthony confirmed I did not, but they made it work. None of these others were able to make it work. Super Bowls were lost. Championships, playoff appearances.
Well, the
were
Pat
lost.
Zachary
careers
one,
ended.
What was lost in Pat
Cespedes
Zachary?
never played again.
What was the Pat Zachary one? What'd they lose? What'd they lose?
Listen, you want to, but again,
they just continue to be bad.
They just stayed bad.
But I just remember from my childhood, it's my list.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Can I give you one that would have never made anybody's list, but it's just one of those? This really did happen, and it was funny.
Go ahead.
There was I don't know if I want to say the player's name. Not a very famous player.
Okay.
Nick Player. That before the game, he's warming up on the court. This is when they were really bad.
Okay.
And he's warming up on the court. And he decides he's going to take a seat courtside, like while he's warming up. So he just plops down, like he was like 6'8", 6'9", tall, skinny. And instead of just when you sit down on those courtside seats because they're a little bit lower than the court, he just decided, I'm just going to just drop straight down.
Right.
And he proceeded to land on his manhood. Like crushed.
Not everybody can do that.
Crushed himself in unbelievable pain. Like had to get
attention
adjusted.
And missed games.
Didn't play. Yeah.
Missed game.
Yeah.
For sitting on his junk.
Yeah. Now that was never officially listed as such.
Because how do you list that?
Yeah, you don't. But that's what happened. Like sat down and it was just basically cracked the eggs and scrambled.
Oh.
And it sounded like it was probably something incredibly painful.
That is not what you want.
And then said they called it some type of abdominal strain or something. I don't know what they called it.
It was abdominal. It was strain.
It was strain.
Yeah.
But that's one of those bizarre, like, how did you get hurt? Yeah.
That's not what you want.
You're welcome,
Bob.
by the way. I shared that for you.
Yeah,
You're
thank
welcome.
you for sharing that. We didn't know about the berries.
Everybody wanted that.
As I adjust my position on the seat.
Now, everybody, when you go to sit down, just always be careful. Make sure you're all in the right place
now,
in the undercarriage.
The list was driven by Ramsey Mazda.
There you go.
It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. So while you're adjusting your junk,
okay,
let's talk about the Hess truck. It's back and it's better than ever.
No, that didn't do it. No.
Yeah.
Not like
junk.
yesterday.
That was less Jordan
Truck.
and Pippen. That was more.
But it wasn't in the middle of the segment, so I didn't give the full effort. 2 racers, 1 amazing holiday gift. The 2025 stock car racers are loaded with action-packed features, including 67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pull-back motor. Available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com for $49.99 with free standard shipping, and batteries, guys, are included.
Absolutely are. And that's a good thing. Something happened last night at the end of the Islanders Stars game.
Okay.
That it's like these are those moments that if you're watching, you're just caught in like, oh my God. It was a crazy ending to the game. But the Islanders coach, Patrick Waugh, the legendary goalie, you can hear him in the mics that are all around the rink, and he is just F-bombing the Stars bench for a hit that was put on one of his defensemen that defenseman now had to be helped off the ice. A dirty hit he thought that the NHL ruled today and said was not. But you got to hear it and the reaction to it, and I want to know what Don LaGreca thinks. Was this a dirty hit or not? Because the league said it wasn't, and all of Islanders Nation is angry, and Patrick Waugh is the loudest of all of them. So we'll do that next. 5 o'clock hour will come up. We'll get into some more topics. The Knicks play tonight against the Dallas Mavericks as well. We might see Jalen Brunson on the court. He is listed as questionable. That's an upgrade. He had been out in the last 2 games. So stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rosenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Shane is just safe, and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rosenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-471-9773. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-471-9773. 800-471-9773. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-471-9773 or biglou.com. That's 800-471-9773 or biglou.com.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
All right, Don, well, your game was going on, and just so you know, Gracie was livid. Like I told her, it's like third period, Devils are getting smoked. And I'm like, all right, come up to bed. She's like, no, game's not over. Like, she was locked in. And that was just a rough one for the Devils. You're going to have stinkers in the season. That was a rough one. But while that was going on, the Islanders were in Dallas. And they were they're sneaky playing well. Mm-hmm. And they had themselves a really good third period. It was a 1-1 game. And there was some bizarre penalty calls. There was one that sent Horvat for 4 minutes for high sticking, even though he was tripped, which caused the high stick, whatever. Then he was given a 10-minute misconduct. They score a shorthanded goal. Palmieri does, to make it 2-1. Then they make it 3-1 because the Stars pulled their goalie, and they had the empty net. Final minute was crazy. But one play in particular really stood out. And that is that Islanders defenseman Alexander Romanov was going back to play the puck, obviously numbers showing, square to the rear boards. And Mikko Rantanen for the Stars was coming in hot because they're desperate to try to get a turnover, get the puck, and he just drills him. And Romanov goes into the wall. You see it clearly looks like something serious about his shoulder.
It's not good.
He went right into the glass. Like, his shoulder was compromised. He went down, stayed down. And Patrick Waugh, you could hear it in the broadcast, him screaming. And what you thought is this a fan yelling? Then you realize, no, it's the Islanders head coach. Listen.
He's in all kinds of pain. And there is some verbal violence going on from the Islander bench.
So that's why he's saying you're not going to blanking finish the game.
Meaning the next game they play,
which is in March at UBS on the island. And so who knows in March if they'll remember this. But you hear him, he's livid. So here he is after the game on this hit. Now, Rantanen was given a 5-minute major. He was out. There was 40
Which didn't matter. There was like 22 seconds.
Yeah, there wasn't much time left at that point. But it was 3-2 at that point.
Right.
So it got a little dicey. So here's Patrick Waugh after the game.
I hope he's going to be okay. At this moment, I don't know exactly what it is, but all I'm going to say is when you see the number, you have to lay off. Everybody knows that. You don't go through the guy. And I'm proud of the way that our guys handle it afterwards. No one was happy to see someone get hurt like this. And like I said, to me, is disrespectful.
Now, I'm surprised he didn't send out a bunch of guys and do a line brawl because there was no time left. Like late in the game, they had an opportunity if they wanted to send the message. But he didn't do that. But still, him yelling at Rantanen was noticeable. And he was asked again, what were you saying? What message were you trying to relay to the Dallas Stars bench.
Yeah, it was in Colorado when he was drafted there, and it's not his style. But, I mean, at the same time, that should not be part of our game. That should not be part of our game.
So the NHL, Department of Player Safety, they are saying there's no other supplemental discipline. You got the boarding major. That's all he's going to get. He was thrown out of the game. But that's it. They do not see anything more. And they're claiming that the reason why he went into Romanov the way he did was because Scott Mayfield, the Islander defenseman, kind of nudged him enough to get him off balance, and that's at least what the Stars are saying, and that's what it sounds like the league saw as well. Don, I know you've seen the replay.
Oh, yeah.
What have you seen?
Now, I'll give you 3 different perspectives, all right, and 2 have way more value than my perspective. But I'll start with mine. When you see it live, it looks really vicious. There's no question it was reckless by Rantanen. But I'll take exception to what you said, Alan, about drilling him. It was awkward. He gives him a bit of a shove in a really bad spot because Romanov loses his balance and goes right into the boards. And that's why it's reckless. You got to know as a player, when you get that close to the boards, and even Wah said this when he's showing the numbers, meanwhile his back is to the player, that's what that means, that even the slightest shove could end up being pretty disastrous. So when you look at it live, it looks like he just drills him right into the boards, and it's reckless, and it's dangerous, and it's suspension worthy. But looking at the replay, it kind of nudges a player in a very prone spot. That's why it's clearly a penalty, and it's a 5-minute major because it led to an injury. The Mayfield thing makes it interesting as well. So that's probably why he was not suspended. Now, I asked Bryce Salvador, who was not a physical player. I saw him at practice today. Of course, he's one of the analysts on the Devil broadcast, former Devil defenseman, Blues defenseman. He's like, it's close. He goes, I probably would have suspended him. But he said it's close. Danico, who obviously was a physical defenseman and played in a much different era, is like, I didn't see a lot there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So it's interesting to get different perspectives on it, right? Oh. There's 2 former players, different eras, different types of players, even though they played the same position, having a different look at
it. His back was turned.
No question, and it's a penalty. That's why it's a penalty, and that's why it's a major.
Okay.
But I'm just taking the exception when you said drill. Did he drill him, or did he nudge an awkward player? He didn't drill him.
Okay.
Right? And if they buy the argument that the reason he did that is because of what Mayfield did, probably led to it not being a suspension.
He was off balance, yeah.
And
he went flying into the boards,
no,
though.
He did.
And hard enough to what it looks like to me, that they haven't said it officially. It looked like to me he separated his shoulder.
And that's why those hits are more dangerous the further away from the boards you are. You're 5-6 feet away from the boards. That's more of a penalty than had Romanov been against the boards and been nudged that way. Then nothing would have happened.
Right.
But the fact he now loses his edge, going off balance, shoulder first into the boards, it looks bad.
Too close to stop.
Right.
And too far away that you can't get held up by the boards. You're just slammed into.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Don. I didn't think it was the intention to me. Wasn't as dirty.
Well, he's not that kind of player.
And,
right.
but also,
not his reputation.
When you watch it in slow-mo, though, it's very subtle. Now, either it's the cheapest, most subtle thing ever, or it's a mix of just balance being run into by another player and maybe being a little bit out of control.
I feel like it's not – I don't think it's dirty, but it's reckless. That's how I see it.
It's reckless. And when you consider – now, the problem is the 5-minute major – hits a lot different if there's 22 seconds to go in the second period.
Yes.
That means he's gone for the rest.
And you have a 5-minute power play.
So his 5-minute major didn't really turn out to be anything. Now, they did lose. Hey, there's a face-off there. Maybe he's a great offensive player.
Don,
losing him for that time.
They almost tied the game.
Right. Could have cost them the game, but still, 22 seconds is not a full game. It's not a full period.
Yeah.
It's the end of the game. All right. Watt kind of – he still was upset, but he definitely toned it down. You could see the former player in Patrick Watt in the moment.
Oh, he's done this.
But I almost suspect he probably looked back at it, didn't think it was nearly as vicious, because he's going to get a fine. I mean, he's threatening a player. He's saying that we're going to go after you in March. You're not going to finish that game. So Patrick Watt is going to be disciplined for it. Makes for an interesting matchup in March if we even remember by then. And that's why it's funny, because obviously understand the fans' outrage, but it really doesn't mean anything. If Rantanen was suspended even for 5 games, he's going to be back for the matchup in March. I mean, so it's not like a playoff series where it's going to help the Islanders at all had he been suspended. So there's a lot of nuance to it. I thought I'd bring up the Bryce and the Kenny because it gives you 2 different perspectives from 2 guys that both played in the NHL, played the same position, but played in different eras. I wouldn't have had a problem if he got a game, but I kind of understand the nuance of it. And I even think Patrick, after watching it, I don't have confirmation on this, he sounded different in the postgame than he did, obviously, in that moment. So is that because he cooled off?
And he won
or
the
is
game.
that because he looked at it again and said, you know what, I'm going to stick to my guns here, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it looked like.
There was a lot of bizarre things. There was a linesman who called a penalty late in that game. That was
Which never happens.
Rarely see that, but he did. And that was, at the moment, it felt like it could have been a turning point. It wasn't. And then there was a goal scored with .1 on the clock to tie it. But they reviewed and called goaltender interference.
Which was the right call.
Right
That
call,
was
and the Islanders end up holding on for the win. So very entertaining end to that game last night. And
but you got to love Wah, man.
That's what I mean. Like, you love your coaches that do – like, I'm okay with that. Stick up for your players. I'll take the fine. Right? Like, I'll do it. Because I'm sticking up for my players, I'm letting them know.
That's the right thing.
And he's, of course, he's a legend. He's a former player, but a legend.
And the other thing, and a lot of teams are in this spot. You know, like, who do the Islanders have? If they really wanted to go after Rantanen in March, who do they have that's going to do
Well,
that?
Mayfield's really the only guy that really can throw hands, right, on that team right now?
And you're not going to go after Rantanen, so you're going to have to go after somebody that's a tough guy on their team, right? Like, there was a situation in the Devil game last. I know we're up against it, but where Nemitz banged into Kucherov and knocked him down. It was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
But Douglas went after Nemitz and then realized I'm a foot taller than him. I can't do this. This isn't right. But
yeah, exactly.
But we were up against it. I'm sorry.
Man, but the Lightning had their way last night. Yes, we are up against it, but I do want to share something. 5 o'clock hour coming up. A lot more to get to, including the most irrelevant sports team in professional, the 4 major sports.
We got to get into this, man.
Who would it be? We are going to have this conversation because I don't know if we're all going to have the same team. But one thing we all can agree on, what's not irrelevant, is that you need to change your bath. You need to upgrade your bath, especially during the holiday season when you're having people over, they're staying over, they want to like they got to use the facilities, and they walk in going, man, this broke old bathtub, I'm not getting in that. Maybe they're going to ask you to use yours in the master. Like, no, you can't use mine. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to help you out by telling you about my friends at Bath Fitter because they offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. And right now, before the holidays, is a perfect time to do it. Here's why. First of all, it's durable, it's easy to clean. There's no demolition. It's a lower cost than a replacement, and it's done in 1 day. Bath Fitter's the leader in bathroom renovation. I had it done in my house. I had a tub ripped out, and they put in a beautiful shower. My sister liked it. She did a PermaFit solution in her house as well. So if that's not enough for you, just to know how quality it is, how about this? No payments, no interest for 18 months. No interest until April of 2027. You can get the job done now, and on top of it, we're going to save you up to $800 on a complete Bath Fitter system. So right now, go to their website or call for details on this Black Friday savings that I just told you about. You can trust the Bath Fitter team just like we did. Start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com because there's only one Bath Fitter.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off again in Nassau County. They picked up that crash on the Southern State eastbound right after Peninsula Boulevard. Still a bumper-to-bumper ride and backed up into Valley Stream. Now a new issue on the southbound Wantagh right before Hempstead Turnpike. Accident in the left lane. You're starting to back up onto the eastbound Northern State. Heading over to the outbound George. All of your approach is pretty bad aside from the Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound just crawling from the Bruckner on through. Just picked up an accident on the lower deck closer to the Jersey side. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best bet at 20 to 30. Outbound Helen going to run you 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
kids. 1-877 for kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
5:04 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776, of course, is the number. You have got to be part of the conversation we have coming up. There's not a lot going on tonight. There's just we do have the Knicks, though, playing in Dallas against the Mavericks. There's Jalen Brunson questionable. I'll look up and see if they've updated anything yet, but that's where he was this morning. And so is there a possibility we could see him on the court tonight playing against his former team? The Knicks would love to have that boost back in their lineup as they continue their road trip. That game's at 9:30 start. It's on ESPN, but we have it on MSG as well, everybody. So if you want to watch the local broadcast, we have it for you starting at 9. Full coverage, of course, here on 880 AM. Also starts at 9 right after Dan Grassa. But we saw something floating around social media that became a topic of conversation among everybody here when I walked in. And I know we had it on our call today, Don, so I know you're aware of where we're going here. But I mentioned it earlier in the show, but let's just reset it for everybody listening. And everybody listening, just kind of just start to consider your answer to this question. If we're using the 4 major sports, NHL, NBA, MLB, NFL, can you right now, top of your head, the most irrelevant of all franchises in those 4 leagues? When I say irrelevant, not necessarily in market, because every team has a relevance in market. But when you talk about just in sports consciousness, is there a team that it's like, oh, I forgot they even have a team? Is
it unfair to include
the Canadian teams?
Not just the Canadian teams, like the bottom third of the NHL period.
No.
Because you could just name
it's a professional franchise.
I know, but you could still name a handful of them that outside of their market, in America in particular, don't feel like they're relevant.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it's everyone's perception.
Don, I don't mean that disrespectfully.
What's your definition
you know what I'm saying?
of it?
Right.
Well, all right, give me an answer then right off the top of your head, Peter, since you're the first one to speak up. If you have one that came to mind, what is it?
I mean, we talked about this before. Relevance. The Ottawa Senators are a tough team when it comes to relevance in anyone's life.
Honestly, outside of skating on the Riddick Canal, is there anything else about Ottawa that you go, oh yeah, I know that?
No, it's the capital of Canada. Do you?
That's you know what I mean? Right.
By the way,
people outside
who's the big and who's the biggest player in the history of the team? Ron Francis?
Alexei Yashin?
No,
Zdeno Chara.
Probably Daniel Alfredson.
Alfie?
Now,
that's
that's why
not great.
Ottawa. But here's what Ottawa to me can't be, because they did play in a Stanley Cup final, so that does make you a part of history that you played in a final, and you've got a guy Daniel Alfredson who spent mostly his entire career with the Ottawa Senators, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
But hold on.
So,
but
no, they're still irrelevant. I hear what you're saying.
Right, because that's a
but
tough.
in relation to everyone else
Right.
is the point. Because obviously in that city, there's a relevance to them, and we're not taking that away. But when you're talking about grand scheme, look, you're power ranking things. Somebody's got to be at the bottom, right? So, all right, you said Ottawa. You have them. Don, do you have a team?
For me, like I'll probably skew away from the NHL because it's hard for me to think of.
Yeah, it's all relevant to
I'm
you.
going to find, so it's going to be biased. But for me as a sports fan, it's hard to be less irrelevant than the Sacramento Kings. I mean, they went to the conference final in my lifetime, and I know they won a championship in a previous iteration in a different city with a different name. But since going to Sacramento, who are their top 5 players? Like, to me as a sports fan, that conference final when they should have beat the Lakers. What year was that? In 2000?
Right around there.
Right.
Yes. It was like
even
2004, 2002, something like that.
No, earlier.
Even that is
102.
over 20 years ago. Like, to me,
the Stojakovic years.
But the thing is, and that's why I think this would be my pushback. There's a multi-year period where they're scoring 130 points a night.
They were one of the best teams in the league.
And when they were on TV, I went, yes.
They were fun to watch.
I want to watch Bibby. I want to watch Bobby Jackson. I want to watch Stojakovic. Don't forget, C. Webb. You talked about a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
C. Webb
White
is
Chocolate.
an all-time great player. White Chocolate
Jason
was a
Williams.
really beloved player.
But all their players, Divac,
Vlade was a big player.
They were all relevant in other places besides Sacramento.
I think Chris Webber's known for Sacramento. Wouldn't you say?
Number one,
Okay.
yes.
Like not the Wizards. Not
And Jackson and Bibby were a thing.
This is what makes it interesting. Such an interesting conversation is because depending on what your favorite sports are, you'll always find some relevancy. Because I'm a hockey guy, Alan's a hockey guy, I'll find relevancy with every NHL franchise. Now, Bill Simmons said the Columbus Blue Jackets, but I'd push back and say, they had John Tortorella as their head coach. They had Rick Nash. So because I'm close to it, I'll find something relevant. I guess the same in the NBA. You found something relevant with Sacramento. We talked about the Charlotte Hornets, but that was Grandmama's team. Did that make them relevant?
Well, no, Don, that's not the same team. See, this is where I'll tell you, because that's my choice.
That's a different franchise.
My choice is the Charlotte Hornets.
The Bobcats Hornets.
The Bobcats. That's what they are now. They were owned by Michael Jordan.
Yes.
And they still couldn't get people in the building. Michael sat on the bench. Nobody went to games there. Don, I was there. I've called games in Charlotte where the crowd, when the Knicks had the ball, when the Knicks were on defense, the crowd was chanting defense. The home team had the ball, and they were chanting defense. Like, how irrelevant can you possibly be when your crowd is cheering against you?
Let me know the history. So they don't take any of the...
Well, they did. They did this weird thing. So the original Hornets moved to New Orleans. That's the Chris Paul New Orleans Hornets. Then they changed the Pelicans.
To the Pelicans.
But then when the Bobcats came in as a new franchise, they were an expansion, right? And then when they changed the name to Hornets, because the New Orleans got rid of Hornets and made it Pelicans, so Hornets was available. They took it back. Then they took all the signage back, all the logos, everything. And the league allowed there to be that transfer of history and logos. But the Larry Johnson, because that Hornets team, LJ, Zoe, J.R. Reed, like those teams, they played in a different arena, 20,000 people, sold it out every night, loudest building in the league. They were really good. They were hot. For whatever reason, the new iteration never took. And there are years where you're like, oh, that's right. There's a team there. You'd have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fallen on hard times, but Peter can answer this better than anybody. From a logo merch standpoint, they're pretty high.
They were.
That Hornet logo.
It was big.
90s.
Yeah. And they did get that back.
It was big. It died off, and it was big. And, and listen, I guess it's depending what metric you use, they won a championship, had Hall of Fame players. But, I mean, the Bullets Wizards are...
That's becoming...
That's bad.
It's getting...
That's really irrelevant. There
since
is no national TV.
Do you think since they changed the Wizards, did it really disappear?
Yeah, and that included also having Jordan.
Michael played on the team.
And But when was the last time the Wizards got an ESPN or TNT game. They
No,
don't get
John,
those
John
games.
Wall era.
Yeah, maybe they got a couple then.
Yeah.
But
8 years
I
ago.
guess
Right.
it's all in the way you ask it. Like, 'cause it feels like a top 5 at this point. Like, but there is a history there.
Who's
You know,
the
Wes Unseld played there.
No.
I get right.
There's a history. They
There is
won a
history.
championship.
Like,
78.
if you want to go there,
It's over, but that's older than me.
All right, give me an NFL team. Who is the most? This is the hardest one to do.
it's Jacksonville.
You think it's Jacksonville?
Well, it has
They
to
play
be.
more there. They play 2 home games in Europe every year.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a significant. No offense to the people of Jacksonville, it's not even. That's not a big market. They had a Super Bowl there and said they'll never do it again because the building was too small, and, and everybody complained there was nothing to do.
Nothing
there.
to do.
They've gone to 3 championship games, 2 under Tom Coughlin, and then they had that recent run where they lost to the Steelers.
Right.
Yeah,
but they have never been to a Super Bowl.
I think the Panthers are right there, man.
Yeah,
Panthers have at least been to a couple of Super Bowls, man. It's hard to be irrelevant when you're playing in a big game, right?
I get it, but the Jaguars have more recently been right on the doorstep, and they're competitive right now.
But it does feel...
They're in the playoffs right now, and they're often in the playoffs.
I'm kind of with Don in a sense that the Jaguars often do feel like NFL adjacent, as you would say. They the stadium, the market, everything about them. It's sort of like they're an extra like just throw-in team. Like they don't feel like there's what history are they? What do they have that draws
Mark
you
Brunell.
in?
But
you know what I mean?
See, that's good. Like when you talk about great players,
Yeah,
right?
who's their all-time great?
Mark Brunell. You're going to bring
Fred
up
Taylor.
Fred Taylor. You're going to bring up Natron Means.
Okay, again,
it's not a now. Listen, they
common
haven't been around
people
that
can't
long.
name those names.
But
Sports
they have
people
been.
can't.
They've been around for over 25
I know.
years. So there's a generation of fans that the reason I won't go with Wizards is the same reason why I wouldn't go with the Oakland A's or Vegas A's. Like right now they're irrelevant. They're playing in a minor league park. But once upon a time they won 3 straight World Series. They've littered with Hall of Fame players.
They get good again. You know what it
much.
is? Let's judge it like this: when they get good again, will it blow back up again because of the nostalgia and the history and all that stuff? And the A's are a great example of it.
Now, I'm going to give you a team that's
Go
going to
ahead.
blow you away, and you're going to immediately want to bite back. But think about it. When you think of baseball irrelevancy, where do you put the Texas Rangers? I know they played in a couple of World Series, but when you think of their history, you think of their ballpark, especially where they played before the new one, and even the new one. Outside of Nolan Ryan and Pudge, for the 50-plus years,
Palmeiro.
Palmeiro, Juan Gonzalez,
but not a
George
lot of
W.
players.
George W.
George
Bush.
owned them, yeah. But you're right though. You're right.
For as
By the way,
long
when
as they've been around, a couple of World Series, even the most recent World Series team, like Ron Washington comes to mind before like a lot of players.
Wow.
But you know what I'm saying? Like but
they're not at the top though.
When Don said "bite back," I thought he was doing a segue into a
You thought.
D'Agostino.
Yeah,
you thought.
You're
right
going to
there.
sing. I thought you were going to sing the song.
You never know where he's at these days.
I was ready for an elite transition into a read.
Right, because there are a lot of reasons why you have that feeling that I could do that because I've been so good at it. But there's also a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Yes! He did it
There's
again.
their selection.
He
It's
did
their
it.
customer service. It's
so
their
good.
savings.
No one's better.
During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
That's elite.
Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit ends 12/125.
Congrats to
Don
Don.
gives good, Vin.
Congrats to Don, who's no longer coming to us from the Florida sun. Don has passed, and he is now coming to us from heaven.
Oh no!
Don,
don't go to the light, Don.
no!
Look at him. He's glowing though.
Yeah, Don Almighty, as he's being known as the chat now. He is above us. He is God. He is floating with the angels.
Listen, I got to tell you.
You got to get on the YouTube, kids. ESPN New York.
See
No,
this.
the reason it looks the way that it does is because I dragged everything out to the deck, right?
Yeah.
Here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, but I just ran out of outlets. And I don't have any way to charge the camera. So I'm flipping between my iPad and the phone, and the phone gives this angle, but I think it's more important to actually be on the air. All right, so
It's
if you
good.
go through the top – all right, so would we all agree Jacksonville in the NFL?
I'm not quite willing to do
Well,
it.
where would you go if not Jacksonville? You want Carolina?
I really think in recent years, they're not in the playoffs. Who's their greatest player?
Right.
Steve
But,
Smith
with-
Sr.?
How about
In totality?
Luke Kuechly?
All right, but you're at least you can name more. I mean, Cam Newton's bigger than anybody that's ever played for the Jaguars.
That's because of his hat.
affirmative. No, it's affirmative.
All right, but
he was the number one pick, and he was the MVP.
And he had a great season.
Steve Smith. I mean, listen, Jake Delhomme. I'm kidding, but still.
No, I guess you're right.
Don't do
Cam,
that.
You played in 2 Super Bowls. No, you can't.
All right, question.
You played in 2 Super Bowls.
Houston Texans.
Yeah, okay. Already that's a winner. Texans are more relevant than Jacksonville.
Now, are we making it unfair because these are expansion teams?
It doesn't matter.
That
That's
don't
not
have the history.
Okay.
Well, but the question isn't whether Columbus Blue Jackets are an expansion team.
I
They've
know.
been around
Well,
for 20 years.
But that's why if we had this conversation and we took out you say over the last 30 years, so that all. It would be a much more interesting conversation because it's easy to just throw out, well, of course, Columbus. What history
they're new?
do they have? They haven't been around long enough, right? Utah and Mammoth, of course, are going to be there because they're even when they were Arizona.
Well, when they were the Coyotes, they were irrelevant.
I'm going to throw it. It hurts me because I like this team.
Okay.
But I think the NHL team has to be the Winnipeg Jets. Most people couldn't find Winnipeg on a map.
You know what?
Right?
How did I not think of the Winnipeg? And it's not about the franchise and the town because
they're good.
You've been there, right? They're a good team, and their fan base. That place is filled every night.
Yeah, but again, it's Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So I mean, Howie Rose has the best line about Winnipeg. He's like, they made Winnipeg because Canada was jealous of that the United States had Buffalo. All right, so even in Canada, it's Buffalo. Like it's Winnipeg.
So when you see,
and I love the town. I love it there. I'm just being honest.
Well,
most people couldn't name anybody that's ever even they merged with the franchise before because they moved to Arizona and they ended up getting back that franchise's stuff. So they have the history. So Dale Howard-Chuck's number still,
Solani,
retired. Solani, all that. They've had some really good players, but honestly,
who was their goalie? They had a great goalie for years. The old Winnipeg Jets. Who was it?
Old Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, the previous iteration. They had a goal. He was good. Never mind. That's getting us off track.
The big one was Nikolai Habibulin before he ended up going to Tampa.
No, that's not who I was thinking.
Not Nikolai Habibulin.
No.
It was
either way.
It doesn't matter.
We're already proving the point.
Let's get off. Yeah, I think the best way to come up with this solution, and we have calls coming in on this.
All right.
The best way to come up with this solution is to say it's not about us. We're guys who pay attention to sports every day. Right? So you know Jacksonville. You know Winnipeg. We know these because we have to.
Right.
But you have to think from a basic human standpoint. A fan who people who like sports but aren't as into it, and they look at the Rangers schedule and they go, "Who's in Winnipeg?"
Yeah. Or
who's
a Monmouth?
They play Buffalo? Who's in Buffalo?
What's a
that's
Mammoth?
What you're wondering. Wait, Charlotte? I thought they didn't have a team anymore. That's what you're wondering. You need that perspective because that really is the real thing about irrelevance.
Can I push back, though?
What's that?
I would say if you go to the more general fan like you're describing, there's so many teams that'll be tied that they just don't really know.
They just don't know any of them?
Whereas us, we're all big sports fans, but we also all are humans with gaps in each sport.
Here's a great example is when did you or Don bring up Winnipeg?
Don did.
The minute you said Winnipeg, I'm like, how did I forget Winnipeg? Which is
because you forgot.
That's exactly. It's Winnipeg. That means it's Winnipeg.
That means it's Winnipeg.
Listen, it pains me because I really love that. I can't even call it a city; it's a town. But I love everything about the Winnipeg Jets.
How could you not?
But the reality is
no. That's it.
And the tough one I think is baseball, man. Tough one's baseball.
I mean, the Rays currently play in their rivals' minor league stadium.
How could it not be the Rays?
They've averaged, even when they dominate the division, even when they're great.
20,000? Do they
no,
they don't even get
20,000.
Right, it's when the Yankees come.
Yeah, no, on a regular it might be 4,500, 3,000. I mean, it's nothing.
No, it's true.
But they did develop a rivalry with the Yankees. Wade Boggs played there. They did go to a World Series.
Marlins won World Series, and they feel like they're off. I know, but they feel like they're off the map. All right,
we're not talking about insignificant now, but I'm like people are going to remember the Florida Marlins / Miami Marlins because
going to know them for bad things. All right, let's get some calls on this. We got them stacked up and ready to go. 800-919-3776. I think this is such a fun conversation. One thing we could all agree on: none of the New York teams can be irrelevant. You can't. You're in New York.
I know,
that's
but
such a weak.
What hurts you,
and that's weak.
Would you say? All right. Would you say the Islanders or Devils then would be that?
Well,
because I honestly, how many people outside of New York know the Islanders exist?
No. But hold on. The Islanders had a dynasty
I know.
recently.
They did, but they haven't.
The Jets are the team we should be having the conversation about.
Is it relevant?
If you don't live here, you
There's-
think about the Jets.
There's a New York team that you're missing that we'll talk about when we get back.
Oh.
I think sometimes being in New York can make you even more irrelevant because you're getting swallowed up by all the other teams in New York.
I feel I'm ashamed that I'm not thinking it, but it just hit me. You're going to find out the team that Don says is the most irrelevant in New York, and we're going to take your calls on who you think is an irrelevant franchise among the big four leagues. 800-919-3776. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-471-9773. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-471-9773. That's 800-471-9773.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Really no easy way to the outbound, George. We had that earlier crash on the lower deck closer to the Jersey side. All of your approaches are slammed. Cross Bronx westbound, going to run you at least an hour from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. West Side Highway northbound, bumper to bumper from the 79th Street boat basin. Inbound, George, looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound, Lincoln will run you 20 to 30. Outbound, Holland, a 45-minute ride. Looks like a crash on the BQE eastbound over by Broadway in Queens. Traffic is jammed there from before the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn. Big concert tonight at the UBS Arena. Solid pockets of slowdowns on the Cross Islands southbound heading over to Hempstead Turnpike. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
So it's already starting, Peter. The texts are coming from my daughters about next Wednesday. They're planning the day. They want to come in to Manhattan and, have the day before a holiday kind of day.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lengthy text that was sent to me. Included all these activities they want to do.
All right.
And
activities.
Yeah, visit certain places. And I'm like, I'm working during that time. Like,
but isn't your wife going too?
No, the girls are coming.
And
Stephanie's with Callie. So it's Emma and Gracie. My
Okay.
oldest is Emma.
But Emma can take care of
Of course,
Gracie.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is like they're all over Manhattan, and it's like telling me about the things that I'm going to do,
and you're not able to do any of those.
I'm not able to do this.
Now, so
I'm about to ruin their day with this text that I'm going to reply to.
But are your
Bad
wife
dad.
are your wife and Callie coming in later or
No. No.
So it's just you and the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, then my choice that I gave you earlier is great. It's even better than I thought.
Is it?
It's a
Although
very
Gracie looked at the menu and was like,
freaked her out.
She's not a big sushi fan.
So-
Emma is though.
Emma. So here's the thing, though. I will say this: there are items on that menu that are not very sushi-ish. Like you can do sushi-ish.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can do their rock shrimp tempura.
Okay.
Like, she's gonna love it. It's not gonna be fishy or scary
All right.
or
No.
It's like a fun vibe, great hip hop, a lot of like '90s hip hop music playing in there.
All right.
Sexy, dim lit, fun.
Okay.
Like they'll think, like your kids will think they're doing something cool.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
and even with you in your quarter zip.
Listen, I'm rocking this.
I mean, I
actually was thinking maybe I'll wear this on MSG tonight.
You should. Ooh.
Wow.
By the way,
show me something.
By the way, the kids would appreciate it.
Think they would?
You should have seen Alan's
Get my matcha
face.
tea. I get a little matcha
Oh
tea.
no, that would be so funny.
Get
Have the
this-
matcha out. You should have seen Alan's face though when John Winthrop jumps in. He goes, "Oh, I think it's a great look." At that point, Alan goes, "Oh, well, I'm all wet here."
Yeah. That was I'm second guessing this. But
You know
we're not
what? I don't
second guessing this topic. It is, of course,
right.
The most irrelevant of the four major sports franchises. We've been kicking around some. We have calls on it. And Don, you said of one New York team. Because I said no New York team could be irrelevant because you're in the biggest market. It's impossible to be irrelevant when you're in this market. And you said not so fast.
Yeah, because it's hard to say that there aren't going to be people outside of New York and even in New York that believe that the Nets are irrelevant.
Oh wow!
They haven't won a championship since they came from the ABA. All right, they don't have like a laundry list of great players.
They did go to two finals.
They did go
back
to two
back.
finals, and I was at them. Because I cover them for ESPN, and I was actually on the court when the Lakers won. I got a championship hat. They thought I was like one of the players when I was walking off the court. It was weird.
What were you, Don?
So I was
were you setting picks? What position did you play?
No, I just happened to. They had us, when they put the ropes up, so you know, for the camera people and everything, and my credential gave me access to be there.
Nice.
And I remember me and
Alice,
Al
is this cool?
and Catullo was a big Laker fan, so we were there.
Alice, is this cool?
And listen, I like them, and again, it pains me. But I'm just saying that it's been a long time since they won. They don't have that big of a fan base. So even when they had the big three, it was talked about a lot. But again, we've had how many conversations? The gap between the Knicks and the Nets are bigger than any other gap among the locals. Like you said with the Islanders, they won 4 straight Stanley Cups. Tons of
40 years ago.
Relevant. No, they obviously had spans of irrelevancy.
Yes.
But there are people that maybe not. They don't remember. But you look up the Islanders, and you're going to have a rich history of great players and championships and Hall of Famers, right? I mean, you're just going to have that. But the history of the Nets, it's going to be a lot of negative, right? It's going to be twice where they tried to have a dream team, it didn't work. How they sold off Dr. J. It's not a great history. The gap with the other local team is gargantuan. To the point, and I still will stand on the fact I get a lot of Brooklyn Net fans that kill me for that. I think they would have been better off if they stayed in New Jersey.
Yeah, I still wonder. Now, they couldn't have gone to the Rock, right? Could
they have played at the Rock, and I think they did, all right there attendance-wise.
So
the Devils certainly got a bump going to
So
Newark.
that's not like compromise. Like you can put it's got a hockey rink, so of course you can put a court there and build it out.
Seton Hall plays there.
Yeah, Seton Hall. Oh, that's right, they do play.
Yeah.
So
no,
that would have been an obvious place to go, and then nobody would have batted an eye. But they did. They wanted the Brooklyn brand. They got, and to me, the branding and the logo and all that did make them relevant for a while because that just became popular around the country just because of Brooklyn, not because of the basketball team.
But we have this conversation all the time. I can't prove. Maybe they're better off in Brooklyn, but it definitely did not hit the way they thought it would.
It did at the beginning. There was a little bump, and then it kind of I think,
and a lot of it has to do with they're not winning, and a lot of things have happened. Listen, I would not put them on the list of irrelevant franchises that we're talking about, but it's just an example of just being in New York doesn't automatically make you relevant.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously the Devils in New Jersey, clearly that's not New York, even though it's not that far away. It's not New York. But again, there's a history of
winning.
Hall of Fame players and winning that just gives you a little bit of bump of relevancy. Same with the Islanders.
Well, the Islanders were there until they got the arena. Because I'm telling you, I was there. I was there night in and night out. They were almost an extinct franchise. They were that irrelevant where no one would. The old Coliseum, before it got popular again because of nostalgia and the team was good, there were years that building
right.
You could yell across the ice to somebody on the other side in the stands, and you could have a conversation during a game. It was that bad.
They were betrayed by their owner and everything else. But the fact is, they represent.
Big Shot is the 30 by 30.
Long Island deserves to be represented because of the population. Same with New Jersey.
Sure.
That's my main reason why I think the Nets should have stayed in New Jersey, because there would have been something that said we can make this our own. They tried to make Brooklyn their own, but that's still Knick territory, right?
Yep.
That's still
it's true.
It's Brooklyn, but again, you're trying to change hearts and minds. New Jersey, you already had a history there. You had won there to a certain extent, but whatever. I wouldn't put them on the list. I guess Charlotte would be my NBA team too.
Okay.
I guess
I think it's the one. I mean,
you talked me out of Sacramento. If they're not,
they got a new arena there. They got the beam. Like there's a lot of stuff. There's a vibe there when they put that arena downtown. That it certainly
how about this?
has changed. But Charlotte's arena is downtown, and nobody here. Anthony is in Charlotte, and he's calling in about the Hornets. Anthony, do I lie about the vibe about the Hornets in that city?
It's the worst vibe that you can ever have for a professional sporting event. It is absolutely awful. Talking about yelling across to somebody else that's in the stadium. I mean, you could literally connect with you. You could actually pick up a date inside of Spectrum Center whenever during a game because there's no one there. It's pretty bad. And Alan, I know you've been to some games there, man. I get it. They did their reimagining or whatever for this year. But I still don't think it's anything special.
It's tough. Thank you, Anthony. It's like, again, this doesn't hate because I love going to Charlotte. And when you go down there, that's what you see is a lot of New Yorkers because the Knicks are there. But I've seen when the Celtics go there, it's a lot of Celtics fans. Like if other stars come in, they come in to see them. And they have some popular, like LaMelo Ball among young fans. He's huge. But it just is not resonating there.
What about Memphis, the Grizzlies?
So they had
Jacob's big on the Grizzlies, but I feel like they've had too many moments
with Ja. Also, it's that's a team that everybody knows about. Now, again, it is bizarre. They moved from Vancouver. That's when they were irrelevant in Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver, the Bryant Reeves years
didn't work. Yeah,
no,
but they came to Memphis. They had a lot of win. They won a lot with different eras of teams
and different players and different sort of marquee players and a grit. They had a style. They had a gritty style.
But they had that the grit and grind era. Then they had Ja come in as well.
And I've been down there like that. There's a vibe. There is a vibe there. I'm not saying that it's a good vibe.
Such a small town, and Beale Street is literally a block.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's 34th Street to 33rd Street. And that's Beale Street. It's not that much. That's not big of an area. But after, at night, it's just.
It's unfortunate. The caller brought up the point about how dead Charlotte is. Like their most notable, famous fan, besides J. Cole, who occasionally goes, is the Baby, who's like the only. You could argue, Jacob. You could argue the Baby is the only successfully canceled entertainer. He may be the only person where the canceling happened and there was no bounce back. Literally canceled.
No
He's
push
gone.
back.
No, he's gone.
It's like, yeah, we agree.
And he was like the main person they had courtside. So I think it's Charlotte, Washington, and what was the other one we said?
Well, it could be New Orleans,
and
because they get no one. I mean, they don't draw flies. It's bad.
Yeah, but it's the Smoothie King Center. We love smoothies.
We do love smoothies. And Smoothie King,
especially Smoothie King.
No, we do.
It's one of the great. The only king.
We agree.
Read. Okay.
We agree on the Hornets in the NBA, Winnipeg Jets in the NHL.
Right. NFL,
Jacksonville.
I'm
fighting. I still don't know. I think the Trevor Lawrence and the repeat guys. We make the joke. What's the joke we make about Jacksonville? that they're playing on that playoff Saturday and we don't care. But they're playing on playoff Saturday.
But who you going to have if not Jacksonville?
Yeah, there has to be one. What's the most?
Can't be. Carolina's played in 2 Super Bowls.
There has to be the most irrelevant of the NFL. Well, let's get some calls on this.
Go ahead. Let's look and discuss.
3776. Hey, our good friend Heather Babbles, she has a suggestion for an NFL team.
Heather.
What's up, Heather?
What's up, fellas? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all right.
Hi, Heather.
Hi. Okay, so I have a thought. Football is my favorite sport, and I don't think I know a single person who is an Arizona Cardinals fan.
Wow.
Sitting right in front of us, and we can talk about going to the Super Bowl against Pittsburgh and Kurt Warner, and they've had great players, Larry Fitzgerald.
Their stadium's used for more Super Bowls than they've played in.
Yeah, and, teams travel so well to Arizona. I mean, they notoriously, when the Redskins would play there, 20,000 Redskin fans. They are literally a home field for other teams who can't see their team in home. It's not a bad – they're right there. With respect to Neil Lomax, they're right there.
I would still go with Jacksonville. Arizona went to a Super Bowl, almost won it with Kurt Warner. Again, I'm older, so I can go back to when they were in St. Louis, and they weren't great then, but you had Hart and O.J. Anderson, and again, it's close.
All right, here's one. Here's one.
Go ahead.
We mentioned it earlier, and our good friend Alex Monaco always says he's a recovering San Diego Chargers fan. The Chargers are in L.A.
They're home fans.
I've always said, the Chargers are probably the 5th most popular team in L.A. when you consider that the Raiders are number 1 still. Always will be.
Yeah, USC,
UCLA, then probably the Rams.
Well, they were.
That's
more
a real
relevant.
thing. Ask anybody from L.A., they'll tell you that's probably about the way it goes.
They became irrelevant moving to L.A. I think they were way more relevant in San Diego.
Oh, for sure.
And now you go to L.A. and you can just get gobbled up. At least, San Diego's a small market, but it was just the Chargers and the Padres.
That's all they had, yep.
Chargers had, even though they didn't win a championship, they gone to a Super Bowl, played in some amazing games, some amazing players. And then
who's their all-time great?
Dan Fouts? LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Listen, they've got players. Junior
Seau.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their share of solid players.
Mm-hmm.
But now you just went. They go to L.A. and now
they have Justin Herbert.
Teams bigger than that.
It's a really good, right? They have Jim Harbaugh. They have Justin Herbert, and it's in L.A. There's no way it resonates anywhere close to the other 4 teams, including a team that doesn't even play there anymore. The Raiders have a huge following still in L.A.
Antonio Gates was a stud. They had players, but you're right. Going to L.A., and I will say this, though. I wonder, I'd like to get an update. Maybe Jonathan from L.A. or someone from L.A. will call us. I wonder if right now we could be in a period where the Rams are really becoming the team of LA.
Starting to.
Could they get that push where now the Raiders have been gone enough between.
And they're bad.
Between Oakland, Vegas being bad, Rams winning Super Bowl,
being
consistently good, new building.
Stars, gorgeous building.
Is it enough that the Rams have become the team of LA?
I like that. Meanwhile, Dan in Sayville's got a baseball team that we are overlooking for irrelevant. Dan, go ahead. You're up next.
Hey, guys. So, you were talking about the Rays. I know they're the first baseball team that comes to mind, but I got to throw the Colorado Rockies in there.
Another expansion. Yeah.
Yeah, expansion, as you guys would say, you see Rockies on the schedule, absolutely no movement there.
No Michael Kay.
With interleague play now, I'm not even kidding you guys. I remember I was looking up the schedule last year. I saw Rays and Rockies on the schedule. I said, that's not a real baseball game.
Yeah.
You won't want to buy those tickets because when the Rays or Rockies are on your schedule for a home game, are those tickets cheaper?
I'll tell you, when you see Colorado, you see this. No Michael Kay.
And certainly right now, and I was in Denver, earlier in the hockey season, and the Rockies don't even exist because the team is just so bad. But Dante Bichette, Andres Galarraga,
Coors Field, it's a legend unto itself.
The Humidors, But
hold on, what about?
We really haven't had the baseball discussion
because Anaheim again.
No
Michael Kay.
Oh, you mean let's see the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles?
Of California.
But there was a time where the Angels, even though they didn't win a championship, like back, they had Rod Carew. They were
had good
perennial
players.
Playoff team. They were really. Yeah. It's got to be the Rays, I guess, even though they've gone to a World Series. A couple of them haven't won. playing in a minor league stadium.
Nobody goes
Not
to
a ton
games.
of great players.
Yeah.
They don't seem to.
They can't get a stadium. Nobody cares. Although I think they're on the verge of one. I think they are, which would be great for them. But it'd be interesting to see if they do get a new stadium and it's done the right way. Will people go? Because Don, like the Lightning, from day one they were supported.
Yeah, So
Tampa can't be a bad sports town. The Bucks.
Well, I didn't keep it, but my stat guy last night for the Devils Lightning game gave me the attendance.
Yeah.
I just didn't see how it was relevant to the broadcast, but I did take note. It was the 477th consecutive sellout.
Wow,
they care.
That's over a decade.
But they don't go to a baseball game. Is it because the Trop was that pathetic? Like it wasn't where I've been. You gone to the Trop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Don,
For
you've
wrestling.
but have you gone to a baseball game?
No.
there?
No.
Don, you?
No.
I've been to a couple of games there, and it really is. It's a very bizarre feeling. Because even like the noise doesn't feel like you're in a stadium. It feels like you're in like a busy airport. It's a very bizarre place to watch a baseball game. So maybe that's just all. We'll find out if they finally get a new stadium. If that's all it is, but nobody goes to games.
I'm going to say something when we come back.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That I just kind of figured out by this conversation. I guess is pretty cool.
All right.
Interesting.
Wow. Something pretty cool coming up from Don LaGreca.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
And then we got Ian at 6 too. I am intrigued.
We do. Yeah. ESPN New York.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
All right, Don, you have something prophetic to tell us here.
Now,
do
this
you?
has been a fascinating conversation, seriously.
I love it.
I think it's been fun.
We really can't come up with an irrelevant NFL franchise. Let's be honest. We could say the least relevant, but they're all relevant because it's the NFL. And baseball, to a certain extent, the same thing. It may not be as popular as it used to be, but it's still our national pastime, and we're looking at expansion teams that still found ways to get into the World Series, right, and still have some relevancy. And even hockey. All right, we came up with Winnipeg, and we're arguing about Bill Simmons saying Columbus. And basketball, maybe 2 or 3 teams. That just shows you how relevant sports are, right? Because we're talking about how many teams, like 120. I mean, because it's 32, 32, 30, and 30. So do the math real quick. 64 plus 60, right? So it's 124 professional franchises in the Big Four, and we can maybe count on one hand irrelevant franchises. Doesn't that tell you that maybe sports is in a pretty good spot?
Yeah. Well, that's why it's a multi-billion-dollar business,
right? That even the irrelevant, where they're still finding a way to make money.
But it is, if you think, what the best way to do this exercise is, now that we have Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, NBC, right? Obviously ESPN, ABC, CBS on the football side. If we were able to do some type of analytics on, I'm sure there's a majority of markets that we see in all 4 major sports on these networks, like the national game, right? TNT also as well with hockey. If you did that, there's got to be a handful of markets that get almost 0.1% appearance on national games per year in all the sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that would get, there's your definition of irrelevance. Is you're not worth us because your rating just isn't going to be strong enough.
But a lot of times, in the case of Winnipeg, it's a very good franchise. It's a really good team. It's a well-run franchise.
Yes.
It's just that they got 0 national televised games. The only NHL team with 0. Why is that? Because it's Winnipeg.
It's in Canada.
And it doesn't translate to an American audience. So that's obviously the disadvantage they're in. But a lot of times we talk about the irrelevancy of a franchise because of the market that it's in. It's so small that even though they might be well-run and they win on occasion and they've got a diehard fan base, it's hard to go up against the New Yorks, the Bostons, the Chicagos, the LAs. It's really hard. That's why Green Bay has to have a 100-year history to be relevant. Normally, it's very difficult to have that tiny of a market be relevant for the rest of the country.
In that way, when you break down the size of market and all those things, they may be the most relevant team in pro sports. Think about Green Bay, the size of that market, and how impactful they are.
It's unreal. Per capita, probably the most popular.
Yep.
You are literally getting nothing from local, right?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's Milwaukee.
It's 100,000 people, and then then
but it's the Milwaukee market, right?
Now, just being in New York, being in L.A., you're going to get people to show up. You're going to get a number because how big your market is.
How often
there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to watch.
What you're saying, Don, is how often in an NHL national broadcast do you take a market that doesn't have a big punch, but they're a good team, so you play them against the Rangers, so you're going to get a number, right? That's what you do,
without question. That's why you see the same 4 or 5 franchises all the time.
And that's my point.
They know we're going to get a number,
yeah.
And a lot of it's because they're good, but sometimes just because hey, like there was a lot of times they put the Blackhawks on national television. They do it now because of Connor Bedard, but before that, they did it because it's Chicago, and they've got a huge fan base in Chicago. It's not bad putting the third biggest television market on national TV.
Right.
And that kind of creates a bias because certainly in certain markets. But that's why I brought up the Nets.
No,
I don't think they necessarily get a bump for being in New York. I think it's actually a disadvantage to them.
But
even still in this I know Net fans, and they're passionate. They love the team. So, like, I can't speak to the Bobcat to the Hornets, but it's just that the Nets are going up against the big bad Knicks. They're going up against the Yankees, the Giants, the Jets. It's tough in the New York market, but there's still a sense of relevancy around all of these teams in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and on that point, we got a ton of calls on this too, which everybody wants to talk about it. So,
let's go.
But what you're saying there about the Nets, Frank in Highstown has a take. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I feel like your call screener was actually trolling me because I told him 3 times. It was Craig with a C. So, can you guys hear me?
Craig.
Hey, buddy.
So fortunate.
All good. So, yeah, I was going to support what Don was saying about the Nets being the most irrelevant franchise. They are known in recent memory for all the things that they didn't do. The big 3 never came to fruition. Most known for, will Kyrie play? Will his vaccine status affect his play? What if Kevin Durant's foot was 1 inch closer
smaller sneaker
behind the 3-point line? Yeah. Will Ben Simmons be any good this year? And then every year it's, hey, will their draft pick be any good? So it's totally irrelevant. They never do anything good. They never give you anything to root for. And I'll leave you guys on that note.
Thank you, Frank.
But still, they have fans, right?
Craig.
No, but like, listen, I'm not saying this because I doing the Devil games, but like you would throw the Devils like what's New Jersey, and they're not the Rangers. When we show up to a hotel, there's tons of people with Devil jerseys, like outside. You wouldn't think that, but it exists. Like, people love sports and they gravitate to teams for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I believe I don't hold me. I think they've sold out every game at home this season. Like,
they do well attendance-wise since they moved to the Rock.
Yeah, but I was like, so with the Rangers, we would show up to a hotel and there'd be 50 people outside. Like it happens with all of these teams. Like so, it just shows you how healthy sports are because we could say there's too many teams but they all find a way to make money. They all find a way to stay in some way, shape, or form relevant. Crazy.
There was a time though when I was traveling with the Islanders that they were flying Southwest. Because they were cheap.
See, now that's
and while
have a
standing in line
for an owner.
Yes, and while standing in line, well, they were bankrupt. While standing in line, back then it was they gave you the card, so you had a card that said your A whatever number or B if you were in the Group B.
No, whatever group.
And so one of the players on this team had a Group B.
Oh no!
And he wanted to be in Group A because he wanted a better seat. So he went up to someone in the A group, and he introduced himself.
Tried to trade.
I play for the New York Islanders.
Oh boy!
And I will autograph the card and give it to you if you'll exchange with me. And the guy's response was, who are you and who do you play for?
Right. But that is so sad. I mean, that may end it.
That's irrelevant.
No, listen, and Spano did go to jail, though.
He did.
I wasn't wrong about his criminality.
Eventually, then he came out, and then he made a movie.
Well, they all come out eventually.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. Jay's in the Bronx. What's up, Jay? What do you got on this?
Jay.
Hey, what's up, guys? Before my list, I just want to stand up for Charlotte Hornets for 2 reasons.
Go ahead.
Grandmama was a very
different
popular
version,
but that's the original
different version.
That's
Jay.
the original.
We
Hornets.
were saying we're separating.
Y'all going? Okay, I digress then. My quick list, and I'll defer to Don. I thought Calgary Flames. I know nothing about the Calgary Flames.
That's fair.
Arizona, I think they're a victim of being in a division with some really, phenomenal, legacy teams. Brooklyn Nets, I agree with all your callers that say they're irrelevant, and the Milwaukee Brewers. That's my honest list.
Wow, the Brewers.
Wow. You know what?
Okay, thanks, Jay.
Listen, the Brewers have been a good team, but when you look at the history, one World Series appearance, you probably couldn't list. Robin Yount comes to mind. Paul Molitor.
But I mean, listen,
but not a ton.
So those were big.
Great
those were a
players.
big deal 40 years ago.
Yeah.
No. Listen,
right? And it's tough.
And the Calgary Flames. Again, I'm a hockey guy. That '89 Flame team that won the Cup is one of the great teams of all time.
I think they have one of the great logos.
They have a great logo. Theo Fleury, I think people know who he is. Joe Nieuwendyk, I think people know who he is. Al McGinnis. They had some really, really good player. But, hey, listen, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? John Winthrop, our pinhead suit, mentioned the Flames. So,
which is weird because that's the bigger city than Edmonton. Edmonton's like a map dot city, but they were just legacy franchise because of Gretzky and now obviously.
Here's the thing, though. Whether you're in Calgary or Edmonton, I guarantee you there's still an Amazon pickup location there.
Oh, absolutely.
So
the box is frozen.
Amazon Pickup's the ultimate convenience play. We all know Amazon's a part of your everyday life, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level. We're all pressed on time. We're all on the go. I got 38 jobs. I got a baby. Got a lot happening, okay? A lot of irons in the fire. But Amazon lockers and counters are located everywhere. So if your life doesn't slow down, instead of worrying about time or schedule, your package is waiting for you, all right? So trust me, wherever you are, whatever you're trying to get, especially with the holiday season, Amazon Pickup is going to take care of you to give you the flexibility to grab what you need on the go. Like for me, between shows, while the baby naps, whatever.
Just grab your package.
Just grab your package tight.
I've heard of it.
It's simple. Well, that's even better. You prefer she grab your package.
Yeah.
It's simple. You order online
but
and check out.
Sometimes you got to just do it yourself.
You know what? It's simple. Yeah. You order online and at checkout. You just choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email confirmation. Shut up! They deserve better.
They deserve better.
So what you do is you pick the location at checkout. You get an email confirmation when your package is ready to be grabbed. You get the instructions of how to get it. It's quick, secure, and always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Absolute professional.
Well, I'll show you how professional I am.
The two greatest words in sports. ENN next.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of the night. Get home safe and quick. Can't catch a break today over at the outbound George using the lower deck. New issue, a broken down car in the right lane mid-span. All of your approaches are crawling. Worst of it, Cross Bronx westbound. You're at a standstill from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln at Ernie, about 30 to 40. Outbound Holland, 45 plus. Solid ride on the LIE eastbound in Queens. An accident in the right lane by Casino Boulevard. FDNY is on the scene. Add that to the volume. You're not moving much from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Long line of brake lights on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore from the Verrazano. After that, free and clear at the Goethals Bridge, making your way into Jersey. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Listen up, football fans. You never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-471-9773. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-471-9773. 9773. That's 800-471-9773.
This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hey, pal. How you doing?
I'm not your pal, bud.
Welcome to E.
You ever watch YouTube?
Ray-Ro.
Sun's going down.
Where's Don?
Oh, no, Don, you went from being in heaven to now you're back on earth.
Although...
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Now you're going to the depths of hell.
He's going into the darkness now.
The darkness.
Go towards the light, Don.
You went from light to dark.
I think it still looks nice, though.
Rage, Don. Rage against the dying of the light.
Can we get a single on Don? I need a single on Don. It's getting pretty dark.
We do need a single on Don.
You know what's sad about what you just did, Alan?
What's that? Nobody got it?
That the only reason I know that quote is because of Back to School.
Yes, I know. It's probably the only reason why I know it. I was a double major. English was one of my majors, and Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield, is the reason why I know that one by heart. It means, wait,
okay,
do you know what he said when the professor said?
Hold on.
And what does that mean?
Alan, Don just said, I think this still looks pretty good. Don, it looks like someone sent us a video like, oh my God, I saw Michael McDonald. Like you need to put my glasses on. My glasses on.
Midnight blue. Look at him.
You don't think that's a nice shot? It looks like a nice shot to me. You got the little cloud hovering there. Nice.
No, we can't see cloud. We can't see cloud. There's no cloud.
Dark blue behind you, all black everywhere else.
If you didn't have white hair, we would not see.
Show the full shot. Let them see the full shot.
We saw the full shot. We saw the full shot. There's no cloud.
You need a little bit more light on your face.
Yeah. Try tapping your face. Can you tap your face? Will that do anything?
What's going to tap my face?
The camera will adjust.
That's how it works sometimes. I don't know about this.
Put your hand. Just touch your finger to your nose and hold it there. Maybe the camera
and go
will adjust.
With your tongue out.
Yeah, and let the camera.
All it's doing is that now it says Don and it's pointing at me, so it's acknowledging it's me.
Well done, Anthony.
Oh, it's great.
If you're not on the YouTube, kids, ESPN New York.
You are missing out.
You are missing out. Let me start off.
Now, can we fight through this, or do you want me to break it down and go into
you're
Peter
fine.
fought through that read. Well, you and I were acting like a couple of sixth graders.
The least you can do is get through it.
You got to do another read for them.
It was so good.
No, believe me, Amazon's okay. Let me start off by saying good evening to Don.
I was on the prowl.
And good evening to myself. Your thing is bigger than all of ours. It's the biggest one. Show it to the room. Drop it on the table. We're all so impressed by
it. We really have, the one thing that's happened recently is that we've just completely gotten rid of all nuance.
Remember when I said save it for AM? Here we are.
And listen, if it's that big, you shouldn't have to show it.
Well, that's the irony of what I'm saying. Do you have to show it?
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, because you obviously.
And with Don, you can't see anything right now.
Exactly. You don't need to, because guess what?
He doesn't need to brag.
Good evening to myself.
Although the arrow could be longer.
Good evening to myself. You get an email confirmation. Shut up! And good evening to all of us.
Just grab your package.
Just grab your package tight.
I've heard of it.
Well, that's even better.
Now, maybe Alan remembers this. I mean, I was almost too young for it. Was it Sister Mary Elephant from Cheech and Chong?
Oh, wow.
Do you remember that?
No.
We got to play a new drinking game on this show.
What?
The Jacob, Anthony. Guys, don't just leave me on an island here. Tell me we shouldn't have a drinking game of when Alan and Don make references that are minimum 40 years old.
Well, this is probably older. It's probably closer to 50. But you know Cheech and Chong. People know Cheech and Chong. And they had a song as the arrow just grew. So I guess they're excited about the conversation. That the Sister Mary Elephant is a substitute teacher and keeps going, shut up! You'll find it.
Look at the
I can't help I'm old.
The arrow.
I can't help I'm old.
Jacob, it's going to be a lot of extra work for you. But your interest in the conversation of stories on ENN should change the arrow's size.
The arrow is right there. We have movement right now. How good is the story?
Yes.
The arrow will decide.
The arrow decides.
And lastly, good evening to myself, just for Don's pleasure. He cared for me to stop crying in the corner and start being funny on the show again, like little yo-yo monkey boy. He wanted me to jump up and make the jokey so the people go laugh time.
That's a number one seed. I'm sorry, with a bullet.
It'll find its way there, Alan.
Yeah,
you don't even have to force
number one seed.
God bless.
It'll.
That's
it'll
an East
get there.
region number one seed.
I don't know what people thought in the other booths over in Tampa. Just hearing cackling coming out of the Devil radio booth.
Don crying on the air.
Oh, that was so funny yesterday.
This is why you can't miss the show. You miss one day, you miss a lot.
That's it.
All right, kids, let's get to the Ian of it all. I want to start with some Kafka. You want to start with some Kafka audio? This is the head coach of the New York Giants, your interim head coach, being asked about Jackson Dart.
Right now, he's in a non-contact day. Sure, he's still in the protocol, like in that phasing of it, and so he'll continue to progress through it if he goes through the right forms here.
What would you have to make a decision by?
Well, it just depends on how each day goes. Yeah.
Assuming it goes well, he's trending towards being able to play Sunday if there's no setbacks.
Yeah, that would be the fair plan for sure.
Wow, you know what that's called? That's just called a coach talking to a veteran reporter with just like a modicum of respect. They're just like, I'm
just answering questions.
No question.
I get it. I get Jordan's going to keep asking questions, and it's a little bit too detailed. And come back, yeah, Jordan, of course, obviously, that's where we're going. But rather than go, hey, you're an idiot, stop asking me questions, he goes, oh, you got a job to do, I'm going to just answer the question.
You mean like this?
Yeah, I said that on Monday. Talked to both of those guys, talked to the team on Monday, so Tyrod will be our starter.
Why did you decide to make that move?
Because I wanted to.
I just
wanted to.
You're being that guy.
Now, to the defense of the caller who said he doesn't care because you usually get garbage anyway, Kafka didn't answer the question because the question was, when do you need to know by? Yeah, because that's a relevant question. Like, if he's still in protocol on Friday, Saturday, are you going to have to announce another quarterback? Like, so he didn't answer that question. So I didn't care for that at all because I'm still kind of curious. All right, it's Wednesday. So if he's still in protocol on Thursday, at some point, right, you do get to a point of no return where he can't play. So if you're telling me he clears, now they're in New England, right? No, in Detroit, excuse me. So if he doesn't clear on Saturday, he's not getting on the plane.
Right.
So I mean, there's got to be a point of no return here. And I think that's what the reporter was asking. What's the point of no return?
I got to feel like Friday. If he doesn't practice all week.
Right.
I don't care if he clears the protocol. He didn't get a practice in. You can't put him on the field.
But what does he get? One practice?
You're not playing for the playoffs.
You're not doing anything. I would think they'll have a walkthrough Saturday before they get on the plane. So I guess he's got like 2, legitimate practices. So if he doesn't clear tomorrow, Alan, it's got to be on the table. He's not playing.
I think that's where I would look at it. I would say by tomorrow they got to know one way or another because if I'm the starting quarterback, if I'm Jameis Winston, I kind of need to know.
Kafka asked, any thought of just sitting Dart?
If he's healthy and clear to go, then I'd like Jackson Dart to play. It's only if he's healthy and ready to go, and that's based on what the doctors have to say.
This is interesting here. He was also asked about Cam Skattebo's appearance on Raw. Were you concerned at all?
I knew they were going to the event. It's a rookie event. We have some team events that our support staffs put together for the rookies to kind of get out, and so I thought it was a cool thing. I know it was like a staged little brawl there. It was great to see Scat on the pregame on the sideline. His juice, his energy, you can feel it. I can feel it through the TV and through my phone. I was watching the clips. So it's a cool event for those guys to kind of get out and be out in the community. I trust Scat, and I trust our medical department, our medical staff to take great care of us.
So from what I understand, the franchise knew about this for a couple of weeks.
Sounds like that, yeah.
This has been sort of like this has all been part of the deal. So they weren't caught up by surprise. They knew the situation. They understood the skit, and the idea is that he was pretty confident that he wasn't going to get into anything too crazy, and that he wasn't in any compromised situation because the boot was protecting him, and that's basically it. The Giants were not surprised. They were not mad. They were not anything. They knew what was happening.
And for people that didn't listen to yesterday's show or didn't catch what we said about this, is that, again, it's not even a question of whether it's right or wrong, is that if you have a problem with it, have a problem with the Giants, not Cam.
Yeah.
And now that being said, if the Giants were on top of it, it was a rookie event, the only guy that got involved is the guy that's in a walking boot and not playing this year. It sounds like they were maybe a little bit more buttoned up than people gave them credit for. For me, why bother? But it doesn't sound like it was as reckless as it felt like.
I'll tell you the biggest. I hadn't seen this yet. I'm now just seeing the back page of the Daily News because I don't pay for the Daily News. I hadn't seen this.
Mm-hmm.
You seen this?
No.
The back page of the paper today. God, what a win for WWE the whole thing turned out to be. It's a picture of Scat staring down J.D. McDonough. It's an awesome picture. By the way, my biggest takeaway from this whole thing is J.D. McDonough is like the smallest guy on the WWE roster, and he's looking down at Skattebo.
Yeah. He's
Skattebo's a small guy.
Mm-hmm. Short, not small.
No, jacked up on Mountain Dew, as you might say.
Yeah,
but he's got to be what 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, he's not a big man, but
he brings it.
You see what they're doing on YouTube now?
Well, hold on.
I don't know if it's up on your screen yet. Objects in the picture appear darker than you think.
Than they think. Objects in the picture darker.
This is
darker than they think.
I love that Pusick is having fun with this now. This is great.
And so far, so good. The arrow's pretty big, so you're doing well.
I love what's happening here. Don in the dark.
Dark Don.
Darkness
Donnie
Don.
Darko.
Oh, yeah, Donnie
That was a movie.
Darko. That's it. Font him, please. Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko.
Thank you.
That's a crazy
Let's go in order.
Oh, yeah.
In order. We'll start with Donnie Darko, and then after a few minutes, I'd like to see Donnie in the dark. Even if you're just Donnie in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, back-to-back wins for me on Whitish Wednesday. Last weekend, this week. Feeling pretty good.
Give me the winners.
In what some people are saying was the fastest anyone has ever chimed in to get a song. I got Eyes Without a Face.
Oh, man.
I got
That's Billy Idol, you and me.
Yeah, and I just got it on the like the start of the I was on top of it.
Very good. You'd be great to name that tune.
Well, I got to tell you, it's so much hard now that I play the game. It's so much harder than I realized when I was playing the songs, because there's so many songs that, and for you guys it'd probably be a bit easier, but for me, because it's not my primary. It's like a lot of it's secondary.
All right.
You hear the song and your brain does this crazy thing of you go, I know this, Peter,
but I can't say it.
And now with the pressure on, live radio, game going, you're playing the song out in your head to get to the chorus if you don't know the artist instantly.
Yep.
And it's really interesting.
No, it's
I got here's an example. I heard the beginning, and then I played it fast enough in my head to get How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, Michael Bolton.
Oh, my God.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one that I got.
Which was a cover.
That was a cover?
That was a cover.
Really? Who's the original?
The original was that was like in the early 80s, right?
Listen, if it's a Michael Bolton song, there's a very good chance it was a cover.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I'll tell you what, he did it different, though.
No, he made it his own. We celebrate his entire catalog.
We celebrate his entire catalog.
We do?
That's right.
I'm not a celebrator.
What was that from again? What movie is that?
Office Space.
It's Office Space.
What's your favorite? I celebrate his entire catalog.
And you know what I kept thinking about earlier? By the way, this is incredible. What an actor, Booger McFarland. You know what? I mean,
what happened?
Well, I just looked up on the TV, and Booger was smiling. And based on the tone of his voice when he's on our show, that means he must care about El Duncan. He's putting in the work to give the smile.
I love this spot. I don't care for you, Booger.
But he smiled.
He's fine.
I could not stop thinking about earlier when what was the very subtle Alice Cooper Wayne's World line you threw in?
Oh, Alice, is this cool?
Alice, is this
when
cool?
He's showing when Don referenced the credential.
Back to the credential. I just kept thinking, yeah, why don't you stay and party with us? Sure. We'll stay here and party with us.
Yes.
With Alice Cooper. We're not worthy. We're not.
That's the Algonquin for the
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
The Good Land?
Algonquin for the Good Land is that scene. God, it's a Alice Cooper. That movie's 32 years old, and Alice is still touring.
That's crazy.
My first introduction to Alice Cooper.
Here comes Anthony telling us, yeah, it was the 90s, guys. Get over it.
Yeah, a long time ago. Well,
I'm having too much fun with this.
My Alice, yeah, he's busy. My Alice Cooper.
What else is he writing?
He's got the Donnie Darko.
My first Alice Cooper memory is him going to the ring with Jake the Snake at WrestleMania 3 in 1987.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And he was already, by the way, he was already huge.
You know how long ago that is? I saw that.
You were
I
watching. You were watching.
I was
wrestling.
watching it back then. Yes.
Yeah. Dave Rothenberg went.
Really?
Dave Rothenberg, who now the only thing he could offer to a wrestling conversation would be Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, the Killer Bees. But his uncle took him, I think, to WrestleMania 3. I'm so jealous. All right, let's move on from Kafka.
Okay.
And let's hear from Louis Riddick. If you were the Jets, would you consider, get ready, Alan, you might have movement, would you consider trading for Shedeur Sanders?
If it was something that didn't cost me very much and didn't compromise other things that I know I needed to get done that are much bigger problems that I have as far as trying to build this team out, yeah, I absolutely would. Knowing what I know about him, knowing his father like I do, if it was me, I would be willing to have that young man be a part of my football team in the offseason and trying to develop him and work with him because I do think he is skilled. I think he does have a set of skills that translate very well to playing the quarterback position at a high level in the NFL. A lot of people are just so blinded by their utter, just to say, contempt, whether it be for his father, whether it be for him and his own personal style, whether it be for how he walks, how he talks, how he moves. There's just people who just can't get past all that crap. I'm not one of those people. I would be willing to give him a shot.
God bless you, Lewis. I'm with you.
I'm
with him.
I'm finding that very difficult to believe. I'm sure a lot of those things that Lewis listed rub general managers and owners the wrong way. But if you got it, you got it, man. And he does not have it. I'm not saying he can't develop it.
Well, that's
and that's the thing. The Jets don't develop quarterbacks, so that's an issue. But there's nobody that looked at him and said, he is a first overall pick, but I don't like his father. I don't like the way he's acting. I'm going to pass on him and him drop to the 5th round. That's a reason maybe you drop to 15 or maybe to the 2nd round, but all the way to the 5th round. And it looked like a hostage video when Cleveland finally took him. It is... Dude, those are not the reason. The main reason is that he's a project, and you don't draft projects high. You don't draft projects sometimes at all. And are the Jets a team right now with this current regime to develop them?
I think what you're looking for here is not to trade for him if you could. Now, again, we got to watch him because if he looks terrible, if it keeps looking bad, then you start to say, okay, no. But if he gives you a little something, if he shows you something as he's starting to get reps, because we all know you can't just go from 0 to playing and play great. Like you gotta it's got to be something that you get reps, you get better with reps.
Right.
If he gets better with reps, it's worth your time not to be a primary, like Lewis said. But I personally believe that you bring him in. You could bring him in if you're interested as a third guy, and you say rather than waste our time drafting a kid who we know in this draft isn't that very good. Why don't we have somebody that we know has a pedigree that understands professional, and we can see if we can turn him into something?
But let's do the math here. If Anthony, if you quick look up, who selected first in the 5th round? Was it the Jets or the Browns? Who had the higher pick? So did the Jets pass on him 4 rounds or 5? That's what I want to know. But while you're looking at that, so I'm cool with it as long as you trade something in the 6th or 7th round.
Oh, no, I know. I agree.
Because you had a chance. Nothing has happened this year that should change your mind, right? He's hard.
Not yet.
Or the Jets picked first. So 5 rounds they passed on Shedeur Sanders, okay? He has done nothing this year that would change your mind from April. So how ridiculous would it be if you gave up a 4th or 5th round pick when you could have had him for a 4th or 5th round pick last year?
You're not doing that, Don.
So we agree 6th or 7th, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No. I trust me. I'm not saying sell
a
the
little
farm,
something.
but I don't want to give up 2 firsts and a 2nd for a guy that I'm being told wouldn't even be a first round pick in last year's draft. Like I'm not doing that.
And also, they had 2 picks in the 2nd round. So the fact is, the Jets had 0 interest. And it's the same regime, same general manager. So what changed? So, yeah, I'm all for it. If you want to throw a 6th or a 7th round, or if for some reason he got released, you want to pick him up.
6th or 7th, you say?
6 or 7.
I see what you did.
Nicely
it's too
done.
dark, but I'm moving my arms.
He is moving. I see hands and face. We see nothing else.
By the way, that you are Eyes Without a Face. That is the right song.
So African-American people don't like Billy Idol?
What do you mean, like Whitish Wednesday?
It's Whitish Wednesday, so that just can...
No, it's just the artists have to be white.
Oh, that's it?
That's all it is?
Oh, yeah, sometimes it's artists. It could be Justin Timberlake. It could be...
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
It's hardly ever Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
what do you mean it's hardly ever Justin Timberlake? Sometimes it's Justin Timberlake.
Really?
Sure.
So that's all it is.
Yeah, we
I just
simplify
thought
the
what
rules.
you're
Be a
saying
fun
is
game to
what
play.
black people will not like this song, will not know this song.
No, that was the origin.
That's what I thought the premise.
That was the origin story of the thing, but it's really just the only because it's too subjective. So all you can kind of land on is the artist, the main artist, not a feature artist. The primary artist is white.
Bart and I used to always play that game with NBA players.
Go ahead.
I would like Cherokee Parks. I would give him that. Like, and he just would try to figure out like what college he played. Like, did he ever hear of him? Like, was this an NBA player?
But that's just not knowing basketball.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Because I can also give him like Lionel Simmons, and he's like so it is different.
I've never heard of that. I feel like if you're a fan of basketball, it might be easier to name the white guys.
No, you're right because they just stick
fewer
a little bit.
And they get popular for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, we know the reason, but still.
We played a game on the K show one time. Winnipeg Jet or U.S. Senator.
Now that's a game, and that's hard.
Can we bring that one back?
I think you got to do congressman because senators. I mean,
there's a lot of them.
You got like in senators. There's 100 senators.
That's really good.
You're going to hear of more. Congressman, it's a complete stab in the dark.
That sounds like a fun game. I like that game.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving.
Mark Scheifele.
Shedeur Sanders on the idea this week of stepping into a starting role.
My development as a player and everything, and mentally and everything, has to speed up due to the situation. I did everything I need to. I'm doing everything I need to prepare to be the best version of myself as possible. With the circumstances, everything got to be sped up, and that's great. I like pressure in life. I'm just excited for everything. So I feel like I'm the guy. I know I'm the guy, but, you just have to be able to see. The game got to speak.
I'll tell you what.
I'm rooting for him.
I'm locked in.
I'm rooting for him.
That.
I don't have
like
a lot.
Answer a lot.
His answers have gotten great as the season's gone on.
He's not Aaron Glenn when it comes to talking to the media. He gives you a lot of stuff to write.
And by the way, it's the right landing spot for him. I mean, not to say you'll have to deal with Crosby, but in Vegas this weekend, like with the exception of Cosby, there aren't that many people to deal with.
Crosby.
And I said Cosby.
You said Cosby.
Yeah.
Bill's not there.
Sidney or Bill.
Sidney's not there either.
He's not slipping something in his drink.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Too soon? Too relevant? What did I do?
Too accurate.
Too dark?
It was just way too on point.
Well, that's the thing, Don. It has to be dark now. Look at
Donnie Darko.
He
goes to a different level. Yeah.
No, but I mean,
that mattress, man.
The Raiders are not a great team. It's a good spot for.
If it's on anywhere other than Red Zone, I'll watch it.
By the way, you know what time that game's on.
It's got to be a 4:05.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's a 4:05.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's a 4:05.
In the games in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
they're actually contemplating playing it at 1 Eastern.
Yeah, they might as well. But I'm in. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew for that game.
Did you steal that or is that yours? Because that's a phenomenal line.
No, that's from Talladega Nights.
Step Brothers.
Oh,
that's
Talladega Nights. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew, old man. Yeah.
Remember the dinner scene?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yes. The little baby Jesus.
Two brats.
The first time I saw that movie at like one of those private screenings for radio stations.
Okay.
And the first time it was like an empty theater with me and Cypher Sounds and like 2 other people. The second I heard that, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I was like, oh, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
They were just so bratty. They were hilariously bratty. And then, of course, Grandma gets them in line. Oh, it was awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And Farrell and his wife just getting after it at the dinner table. I'm gonna do it right now with her dad sitting at the table. It's so insane. The first half hour of that movie before it starts to go bad for him is so fun.
The fact that their dinner table was filled with all the sponsor food.
It's the best.
KFC, Subway, Pizza Hut.
It's Taco Bell.
I'll tell you what, man. Have you done top 5 Farrells before? You have, haven't you?
Oh wow.
Yes, I believe I did. But
and he
it
was
might
top
be
5
time
characters.
to revisit.
Yeah, we did characters.
Yeah, I think it was his top 5 characters.
Not top 5 movies.
Right.
Well, that'll do it.
Wow.
For ENN. Okay. There's other stuff here. There's other good audio we didn't get to. We got LeBron James.
Well, we do have another half hour to go here.
Damn right we do.
We got a full vehicle, full frontal.
Every day this week, just like I like it.
Oh, we do?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, baby.
West Coast. Can
like
we
it should be.
Stop with these West Coast trips.
Yeah, Rangers in Utah. No thanks.
Yeah, that's exciting. There's no Knicks Friday because Knicks are Saturday. Knicks are 5 o'clock Saturday. We could have used that.
Oh,
wouldn't that have been a money?
No.
Money.
Wait, what do you mean?
5 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah, well, and you know how disappointed you'd be? I don't want to get off the air early. I want to earn every dollar, like an American.
What am I saying? Of course.
Yeah, you're getting confused, I guess.
You meant to say we'd
be bad.
We hate 6:30.
Of course I meant good thing that's not on Friday. 800-919-3776.
That's right, Herb Street.
We have a lot more to get to with you. We have your calls as well, so stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Shane is just safe and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
The Jets have no quarterback. So why would you not think about, in a year where universally people seem to acknowledge there's not a killer, surefire, can't-miss guy at the top of the draft in quarterbacks? Why not a low-investment risk on someone like Shedeur Sanders?
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
We're back, baby. The ESPN New York holiday party, that is back. The K Show,
song.
Our show.
The great cover from Darnie Darko.
Bringing holiday cheer to your mother's house in Garden City. All right? It's going down. Long Island. Friday, December 12th. We're going to be collecting unwrapped toy donations for Garden of Dreams starting at 1 p.m. that Friday, December 12th. Guys, the goal is we love our regulars. Hope to meet some new friends on Long Island we've never met before. Make the trip from Queens. Make the trip from Brooklyn. Make the trip from the Hamptons. Hell, come on out to your mother's house.
That's right. Suffolk County, show up.
It's all brought to you by Amazon Pickup. And it should be noted, just as a footnote to ENN, that we heard from Jordan Ronan that Jackson Dart did practice, no contact today.
Good news.
Which is good news. And to me, that is an indicator. If I'm making a guess, it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
If I'm getting a no contact on Wednesday,
it's a step forward.
I feel good about it.
You probably want to now, again, they always do the thing where, okay, then you see how he feels tomorrow.
They got to fly Friday?
Saturday?
No, they'll fly Saturday morning.
Where are they going again?
To Detroit.
Detroit.
Oh,
That's
Saturday.
Nothing. Yeah, so they'll do the Saturday flight. They'll probably do a walkthrough Saturday before they fly. It's a short flight.
So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about this.
Yeah. I mean,
Anthony, you could have Anthony. If Dart plays, are you watching?
Oh, yeah.
Movement.
Right. And if Dart doesn't play, you watching?
I think I'm good.
You're all set.
No, he's watching either way. It just
No, he's
matters
not.
Whether he's
No, he's not.
hate watching or not.
Anthony, did you watch the game last week?
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't really all in though.
No.
He was just a
what
little.
are you doing on a Sunday?
He doesn't.
Not that.
He doesn't want to do it. And I
won't tell us what he
respect
was
it.
doing.
He had red zone.
Well, that too.
Red
that's
zone?
always
You
a good
had red
option.
zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you see what happens.
How was this week's episode of Welcome to Derry?
It was good. You haven't seen it yet?
No, well, there's a lot going on in my house. First
Well,
of all,
yeah, you're busy, but it's very good.
No. But from a TV standpoint, we're watching on Peacock. We're watching It's Her Fault.
All Her Fault. That one.
All Her
Yeah.
Fault. An interesting choice for people who are currently in the process of hiring a nanny,
Ooh.
and it's a show about a nanny kidnapping a child. So it's an interesting choice. But we've been watching that. And
Remember that movie, Don? Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh, God, of course I do.
My God.
By the way, I should watch that one too because I'm a freak.
What's that?
Because you know what it is, though? I think it's good that we're watching it. I said to my wife, I went, yes, it's scary that we're watching it, but it's also making us be extra diligent because we're seeing a thing where the worst case thing can happen.
So you're prepared for it.
So, no, we're talking to people and we're interviewing people.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching them on every single level. And then also, my wife has gotten me, because I am, with respectfully, a little itch. My wife, when she gets into a show, I'm down to get dragged along into the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fun. It's fun time.
Yeah, I understand that.
And she's gotten very into Top Chef, which I never watched. So now we're watching Top Chef. I got to tell you, it is great unwind. If you enjoy food, it is really fun late night like television. And the season we just watched was from 2008.
So does it help you fall asleep?
The show?
Yeah. That's usually what late night watching should be.
Yeah. No, it winds it down.
She's also not a fan of the creepy clown.
No, listen. The show doesn't help you go to sleep.
Why would you ever watch that?
Derry does not make you go to sleep. That's a scary show.
No.
But boy, did I forget. I'm watching the season from 2008, guys. Boy, did I forget that there was a look of the mid-2000s. Like, you don't think about the look of the mid-2000s because it feels like in our life it was nothing, whatever. And now I'm seeing dudes on Top Chef in New York in 2008, and they're wearing the flared jeans.
Oh, God.
And they're wearing the winter Scully. Do you remember the Scullys with a brim?
Yeah.
They're wearing the winter Scully with the brim.
That was a thing.
The flared jeans with the button-down shirt untucked. Oh, the mid-2000s was repug.
Was mid-2000s worse than like mid to late 90s? Do you remember it was grunge-ish? It was like the flannel with the sleeves cut off and the T-shirt underneath.
I think the 90s
the
aged.
sideburns because of Luke Perry.
But
awful.
I think
awful for white people. Awful.
It was a bad time.
Awful era for white people.
But the 90s, I think, ages better.
Does it?
Like if you were to throw on like what's a vintage movie from that era, like Singles or High Fidelity, some 90s-ish movie.
Yeah, all of that.
And you see the open flannel with the T under it. It's better than this mid-2000s.
Right. This is worse?
Dude, and by the way, they still have mutton chops. You're talking about like mutton chops with the Scully with the brim.
What do you think they're going to say
jeans.
now? Think about it. It's 10, 15 years from now. You're going to watch and go, why has everybody got these dopey mustaches? Like, that's come back.
I know.
Listen,
and
guys,
by the way, even the beards
honestly,
are a bit much.
the mustache thing, though, it's not good, guys. It's not.
No, and you're trying to.
You're going to regret it.
Yeah, and you're trying
your
to.
Father, your grandfather regretted it when he did it in the 70s.
Well, my father has had one the entire time. He's had a mustache since he was in his early 20s. Since his early 20s.
Yeah, that's
when
different.
it was a thing, and it wasn't ironic. It was just the thing.
Right.
I was always curious to what he'd look like if he shaved it, and he never has.
Never has.
Now, never.
That would freak you out now, wouldn't it?
Never,
if
not
my
just the one. Hey, check it out.
If my dad showed up to Thanksgiving next week with no mustache, it would be. I'd faint. It would be insanity.
Have you seen these videos?
Do it at this point.
I know.
Have you seen video? They have these videos where a husband who has like a long beard or a dad who has had a beard for a long time shaves it and then walks out. Like his kids run away. The wife gets mad, starts crying. Like,
that happened to me.
It's unreal.
When we shaved it, what was it? Some bet that I lost, and remember Peter and the kids were like 3 or 4 years old, and they freaked out.
They got scared.
I just looked. I'm looking up right now. The second you type in "dad" SH, it says "dad shaves beard, baby cries." Fills right in.
It's right.
And here's one
Some
right
of
now.
them are unreal.
Dad just showed up with no beard,
The
baby
kid
looking.
just freaks out. They get so upset. There's one you see where the guy walks out of the bathroom and his wife looks. She laughs for a second and then she just breaks into tears, bawling. Like she can't look at him.
Isn't it? So, I guess. Well, I wonder what their brain's even processing.
Well, it's just because that's not.
Do you find? Is this possible? I have found that Maya has been a little bit weird interacting with my brother.
Why is that?
Because we're very similar, but we're different.
Oh, so she's like processing. Wait,
and like
you
I'm
look
there
familiar.
and he's there, and she's just kind of like she finds it weird.
Okay,
is that possible?
Yeah,
I
could
can
be.
see that.
Yeah, could be. You never know how she's comparing.
Yeah,
maybe she's like,
I like this guy better.
I like that guy, but that guy looks better.
Yeah, there's a good dad, bad dad vibe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And which one am I? I don't know.
Got to figure it out. She's still trying to figure it out.
In the meantime, Janine in Colonia has been on hold for a while with an interesting question about our irrelevant topic.
I love
Janine.
it.
Well, I do have a couple of things to say since I've been on hold for so long. First of all, I want to start with Don. Your laugh makes me laugh. Your Bill Cosby comment was hilarious.
Thank you.
My father traumatized me when I was 3 years old when he ran into my room with his beard shaved.
Oh, wow.
But but as far as the most irrelevant teams, I'm just like, let's try to picture the worst Super Bowl there could possibly be. And I think that might answer the question.
Carolina, Jacksonville.
Yeah, nobody would watch that. Well, everybody would watch it.
I came up with Cardinals Chargers. I thought that would be awful.
Cardinals Chargers, I got to tell you, it would be
good.
rough. But what's worse? Oh man, that is a great question.
If you come up with like two teams right now, AFC, NFC, that if they played in the Super Bowl, it's a game no one wants to watch. Wouldn't it be Browns and Jets?
No,
Although they're AFC teams.
The backstory is too good.
There's too much backstory.
Those both have history that you go.
That's Cubs Indians. That's Cubs Indians.
It's Cubs Indians.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say,
a
you
good
took the
point.
words out
What
of my
am I
mouth.
saying?
Cubs Indians was one of the best World Series ever.
Janine, this we could do a whole other show on this.
It's got to be Carolina and Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
God, remember when Carolina was in the Super Bowl? What was that fan song with the growl? Remember that? Do you remember that, Peter?
Hardly.
Yeah.
You
I
remember
remember
it?
it. I rember we played it.
I don't know if that's even in the system.
It was my first year here. Right? 2015 Panther song?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're talking about tiny markets, right? Charlotte and Jacksonville. Two of the younger-ish teams. I mean, obviously the Texans are a little bit younger.
All right, Don, here you go.
Carolina Panthers with sharp teeth and claws. We growl to win this game. We call pro football. Our offense and defense
This is
so
not real.
intense.
We played it. I don't know.
This is not real.
I remember this.
Of sense. You dig the NFL, my lyrics and my rhymes. You eat up what I'm saying, spit and fly hip-hop lines. Lightning fast, big black cats, Panthers kicking ass. Yo, with a TD or a field goal.
Clown show.
This can't be.
No, this was
that's a
before
parody.
people did fake videos.
That's a parody.
It's
These are pre-parody, right, Peter?
No, it's the parody era, but I don't think it was.
This young man was that serious about it.
No, oh yeah.
I think that guy's serious.
And was proud of it.
It
Because that was
sounded-
the final take. That was the one he kept.
It sounded like who's the actor? Oh my God, his voice was bizarre.
Who, this guy?
Yeah, like I didn't ask for it again.
Carolina Panthers with sharp teeth and claws. We growl to win this game. We call pro football.
That line.
He's got bars. You ever see Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Anybody? All right. Who was the guy, the fixer guy? What was his name? Fix It something? Whoever the actor that voiced that character, that's what it sounded like to me. He's a well-known actor.
Pro football.
Like just the way he was talking. Like,
I'll tell you who it reminds me of.
No, it doesn't. It's the opposite.
If he was a rapper,
is this Freddie's like
deadbeat
cousin that
nephew?
he doesn't talk about?
His deadbeat nephew he hates. Who wanted to make a Carolina Panthers rap song?
Oh man. That's yeah. That's where we are right now. But you know where else we are? Last Call Crew.
Oh, Last Call Crew, baby.
800-919-3776.
I see Big Dick on hold.
Yeah, he is. He's going to stay on hold. Hahn Rosenberg.
There's going to be a meeting after the show.
ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
The Giants are kind of like the Wild Wild West. How is it possible for rookies to be running this wild? When you see teams that are bad, there's a reason they're bad. There's something wrong in the building. And with the Giants, there's something wrong in the building. There's got to be some level of discipline. There just has to be. How could there not be? You let Cam Skattebo put himself in harm's way?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I got a really bad paper cut yesterday because it wasn't your garden variety. It was on one of those big holiday magazines that you get.
Oh, no.
Swipe through, and all of a sudden I was like, oh! It was a big, thick book, and I put my index finger there and just swiped across. I was like, oh!
I'll tell you
and
what.
now I'm going to have to live with that.
It's probably going to be a scar.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
All right, where are we on Tears for Fears?
Some songs. Overall, I'm good.
Songs from the Big Chair, though, is a no-skip album.
You've said that before.
It's start to finish.
And I've never heard anyone speak so highly of Tears for Fears.
Yeah, this is obviously more Donnie Darko, but I'm just...
By the way,
that cover was amazing, though, from Donnie Darko.
What was it a cover of? I didn't know that.
Well, that was another Tears for Fears song. Mad World.
That was the cover in Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
And if you heard the original, it's a poppy song.
It's a little poppy, but it does have some... It does feel dark.
Don Allen takes Tears for Fears
Very
incredibly
seriously.
I'll tell you what he doesn't take seriously.
You decide for yourself.
But I'll tell you what he doesn't take seriously, the great work that Don and I celebrate of Michael Bolton, to which you said, how am I supposed to live without you as a cover?
It is a cover.
We got a tweet saying no. Written by Michael Bolton.
Nice.
I've heard that song before.
Maybe someone covered his.
Before it.
Wow.
Before it.
I just cleaned my glasses. I
Now
feel
you can
like
see?
something sexual happened. How good it felt to put these back on.
It's like an HD now.
Whew.
It's no longer instant.
How am I?
This is like when the Skinemax was unscrambled on your
All
TV.
of a sudden you go, what the hell
You're
is
like,
this?
whoa.
Well,
Now I can see it.
no, it was written by Michael Bolton. Oh, I know what you're thinking here.
What am I thinking?
You're very smart. Smarter than you think.
No, I'm not.
It was written by Michael Bolton. It was performed first
by
the great, near great, Laura Branigan. And then they said, nah, Gloria was great. Let's leave this to the
Blues,
OG.
the St. Louis Blues loved Gloria.
They did. So did Brett Hall.
Brett Hall.
And Michael Bolton said, I got this, took it back, and gave us...
I'll make it bigger? Is that...
And he did. He said, just like my schnozzle, I'm going to make this song huge.
All right, now we got to the bottom of it, which is all we need to do there.
I don't even know if I know the Laura Branigan version.
It's not great. But Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, boys.
It's Tully time. It's Tully time.
The Knicks visit Dallas, taking on the Mavericks. Tonight, coverage immediately follows Dan Grassa, who follows us immediately at the top of the hour. You can hear it on 8:80 a.m., and the coverage begins at 9. We have it on MSG as well. It is an ESPN vehicle, but we have full coverage on MSG networks as well, starting at 9 for the pregame show as well.
Is Green on the ESPN feed?
I don't know. I don't know if he's doing that game or if he's got the other game. I didn't check. But obviously he's
I'd say he probably is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know which game he's doing, to be honest with you. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Speaking of tonight's action, Donnie, you are in Florida.
Yes.
It is warm. It is beautiful. You are in a really nice area. We will not disclose where you are, but you are in a really nice area. What's the plan tonight?
Don't know. It's one of those things where I put out feelers during the practice today.
All right.
What are you guys doing? The problem is there's a lot of people on our crew that have family in Florida, and this is their chance to hang with their family. So I'm
here.
I'm going to have
with my family.
What I might do is I have a nice dinner, and then with ESPN having the Knicks vehicle at 9:30, maybe sit back and get a cocktail, watch a little Knicks.
I like what you're saying. Also, this idea: have you ever considered visiting with a lady of the night?
I wouldn't even know how to go about that. I'm sure I can find something online.
Oh, you're in Florida.
It's not that difficult.
You're in Florida. Just yell.
Just go to the hotel bar.
Go to the hotel bar.
It finds you.
Oh, well, listen.
Before you know it, you're asking how much for the
by
tip?
the way,
What's the tip?
I'm putting even money that if you did it and told Nancy it wouldn't even register. She would just go like, all right, cool. Can you bring back, when you land, I need you to stop by the Stop and Shop.
Like, obviously, this is a joke.
Now, can you put it on your expense report? That's the part. How are you clever?
Because we have Concur. So what would you file that under? Would that be under?
It's part of your per diem.
You know what?
No.
You could look at it and say, you know what? I'm getting some money from per diem. Can I use that?
What is your per diem?
It was dinner.
I don't know if I should tell people.
No, you didn't want to share that.
But it's ample.
Alan, what did I say? I don't have per diem.
Per diem is in the triple digits.
Right, 150. Something like that.
You're not.
Ballpark.
You're in the neighborhood.
Ballpark.
I'm in the neighborhood. All right, so
you can walk the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's
200.
probably a home run in most ballparks.
It's a home run in most ballparks.
Most ballparks, yeah.
So he goes to dinner.
Yep.
Spends 50.
Mm-hmm.
Gets himself a beverage. It's another 15.
Okay.
Tip 20.
Yep.
So we're down to $80.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd have a great night.
Yeah.
Where's Orchids of Asia? Wasn't that down there?
Yeah, that's right. That's a big NFL spot.
This is why you were waiting for AM.
I don't know why these things pop into your head. It wouldn't even occur to me to do this.
Yeah, well.
Even if I were single, it wouldn't occur to me to do this.
Lady of the night?
New to the road.
Yeah.
Oh, why? But listen,
look,
why?
You're getting, what you are getting is a therapeutic massage.
That's a great point. Now, that I really would. Now, on a serious note.
Yeah, highly recommended.
That's when you got to listen to my suggestion. This is where I'm serious. You bring your phone and some headphones, find yourself a great foot spa, and just get them dogs rubbed on and watch a game. Oh,
right up to the calf.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
The calf makes you go,
yeah. You start barking
like a dog.
Yeah, these dogs are barking. Who do we have in the last call crew?
What do you have in the last call crew? I was just checking to see Jalen Brunson's still questionable, so I don't know what the story's going to be with him tonight, whether he's going to play or not, just to let Don know if there's anything more that he would want to watch. But John in Edison does want to defend Aaron Glenn.
Okay, another one.
John?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, sorry to interrupt the prostitution talk.
It is late in the show.
Very late.
I
love this guy.
I have a Jets and a Giants point.
Okay.
First of all, for Aaron Glenn, what does he get out of being nice to the media? When he showed up, the first thing the media asked him was, how are you going to deal with being a loser? Like, the media was aggressive towards him from the point.
No,
like,
that's not true.
From the start.
Why would you say that? He had friends in the media. He's a former player.
Like,
you're making stuff up. It's not true.
The overall Jets milieu, the Jets environment is so negative.
Well, because they've been losers for 60 years. So why wouldn't the first question be, are you going to be the coach that's going to turn this around?
But that's not on him.
No,
like,
but
you're
automatically
ask, putting
why
the
are you different than everybody
on
else?
Him.
Because, well, the first question is, why are you going to be the guy that's going to turn it around? I don't think it was negative. I think it was overwhelmingly positive. He's a former player. A lot of guys already knew him. Rich Cimini knew him as a player. I think the consensus was people wanted him to get the opportunity to be the head coach. I don't think there was a negative attitude or a negative atmosphere around him.
I didn't feel
and we
that
know
either.
It's his decision on who the quarterback's going to be. The question was not whose decision, why? Why does he have to be so defensive?
It feels very, you'd look prettier if you smiled. That's all I'm saying. It feels like,
John,
you
let me
brought
ask you,
it up
John,
before.
John, let me ask you a question. John, hang on, because we only got a minute left in the show. I just want to say one thing to you. Okay. You called into the show. We received you, right, cordially, right? And we have a conversation. If we call, we're like, John, what do you want? And then you said something, we're like, no. And then we just hung up. Wouldn't you feel like, wow, like you guys could have been a little bit nicer, right? So I hang up now because we have to.
No, but
that's like, it's just simply like, when you look miserable and say things. Now, we had a tweet. I don't have time to read the whole thing, but he made a suggestion I think is interesting. He just said he is, and we've said this, Don, you said it too, deflecting. He doesn't want to go into, like, Justin Fields really isn't very good. He doesn't want to do that, so I'll put it on me. You guys hate me, then I don't have to tell you why I made the decision, because we all know why.
Best advice I ever got in my life. Sometimes you just got to play the game.
Just a bit. Just play the game a bit.
It won't. A little bit.
It won't hurt
especially
you.
when you're brand new.
Donnie, enjoy playing the game tonight. We might not have a Cooper flag tonight either, which makes this game even less interesting. But we will see you all tomorrow.
At